Hello and welcome back to Fate Grand Order. Tonight, we have more of Lostbelt 6, Avalon LaFay. I'm Luce, a resident, uh, legally distinct Fey creature. I'm here to, well, assist, I suppose, in making sure this timeline stays where it belongs. Whales, Part 2. Last time we officially began ringing the bell, which unfortunately means we've officially declared war on Morgan. But perhaps that's for the best, simply because now we at least no longer have the ambiguity of will she attack us or will she leave us. We now know for sure she's the enemy. I can still hear the bell ringing, even though it's been half a day, even though everyone smiled and praised me. Whenever I close my eyes, I can feel that sound, like something grabbing my head from behind. Feels like this ringing may never go away. Another Briton from a world called Proper Human History. Another version of me, though entirely unlike me. An imposing figure, neither mage nor fairy, but a child born to human and dragon. Artoria Pendragon, the ideal king who unified the lords of Britain, protected it from outside invaders, and built the towering white castle of Camelot, who was loved and trusted by all, and shone brighter and more righteous than anyone else. With her 12 knights of the Round Table, her many loyal cavalries, and her womb in hand, she laid the foundation for countless futures. Astoria is not able to say the name of the Excalibur. She was truly a great woman. I've never seen her like. I don't want to. I don't want to be shown her. I couldn't handle it. I can't believe it. I can't accept it. After all, I'm the only one of my kind. I've nowhere to run. No one understands me, and romance is out of the question. There's no reward, no finish line, no rest. I can't make so much as a single mistake. So many things I'll never have. How cruel would I have to be for everyone to accept a king like me with a smile? Oh, it's morning. I guess we must have covered a lot of ground overnight. I had the craziest dream. It must be because I rang one of the bells of pilgrimage. Ah, that life is no joke. Well, that was nice. So while we were rocking back and forth in the carriage, we almost made it back to Londinium overnight. Good thing we didn't run into any trouble, huh? I see. So you used the cover of night to get to Norwich without drawing attention. And for the return trip, we were lucky enough to get a horse-drawn carriage. The Queen might technically prohibit animals from being used for manual labor, but there's no penalty for doing so. No real penalty for doing so. Right now, only the clan heads have horse-drawn carriages, but who knows, eventually everyone might start using them. I guess this is how trends get started. All that said, I wonder why the Queen banned them in the first place. Does she just love horses that much? That's part of it, but it's mostly another way to keep the fairies in line. If horse-drawn carriages became commonplace, fairy horses would stop being born. Fairies are both cruel and innocent, you know? As soon as something like that becomes popular, we stop seeking anything else. I mean, it's been 2019 years since we started copying human culture, right? The fact that horses like Ridgerbit and Percival's dear Kundry are still alive and well is proof of Morgan's consideration. Now I see. There's work involved in maintaining mystics. So Morgan's fine with imitating human society, but she won't allow any cultural limitations that would risk eliminating entire swaths of fairy ecology. Gotta say, that's pretty smart of her. Guess she's more than just a cruel queen out to squeeze her citizens for everything they have. But the fairies in the Welsh woods were... Great point. The queen doesn't actually care about the fairies' futures at all. Oberon? Remember the fairies you all met in my domain, the Welsh woods. It's the only place in Britain with autumn leaves. The fairies who fled there are all very weak. They ran away to escape cruel mistreatment. They have nowhere else to go in all of Britain. They are persecuted, ostracized, and accused of spreading poison just by existing. You see, they look like insects. They lost their homes because of Morgan's hatred of bugs. And their low intelligence and innocent nature forever prevented them from taking part in Fairy Britain's imitation of human society. My woods where the fairies live like that come together until they... are where fairies like that come together until they inevitably die. That's right, under the Queen's rule, Fairy Britain's no place for the weak. No one cares about the land itself, not the fairies who live on it. Yep, but just because Morgan thinks they're worthless does not mean they actually are. The forest is home to those where nowhere else to go. Those who've been forgotten and left to die, having known nothing but ire and apathy. And it was into the heart of the forest that I was summoned. Without any... Oh, so apparently the clothes are completely... Of course, Fairy Britain doesn't tolerate any interference from proper human history, so I was summoned in a very fragile state. I could hardly move, so all I could do was lie there and sleep. I think if I had been the only one there, I probably would have just disappeared again. I know I said I only had the cloak on me when I first came here, but that's actually not true. I had nothing at all. I was a little cold, even. A little breezy, you might say. But I wasn't at all scared or lonely. I've never seen this fairy before. He's all alone, poor thing. His hands... He looks so kind, like a prince. He must be our king. We have a king of our own now. We must protect our king. Let's all help our king together. They weren't able to touch me, but they did make a perfect circle around me as they waited excitedly for me to wake up. You know how just knowing someone is cheering for you can give you the strength to go on? Well, there you go. Their voices helped me secure my consciousness and eventually stabilize my spirit origin and wake up. I presume that was drawn by the same artist who has drew Oberon here. You could say one of the reasons I'm so overly invested in Britain's welfare is their kindness. Who says they're worthwhile and worthless or incapable of doing anything? They might be powerless, but they were the only ones who cared for me. So of course I have to do everything I can to pay them back. That's why I care so much about taking Morgan down. So we finally get Oberon's full backstory. For what little there is, but it's more than enough. Really, I'm all like you, Master. I might only be the king of the weak and powerless, but that doesn't mean I'm going to hold anything back. Even if I'm never able to save even one fairy, I'm still going to do everything I can to the best of my ability. Come to think of it, you never did tell us about your summoning, Oberon. No? I guess never did tell you, did I? I was summoned to this land a few months before you and your team showed up. It was right around the time Beryl first arrived here. Proper human history must have sensed his intervention didn't bode well. I have a message for you, Captain Kalwas, sir. The enemy's already made camp on the north side of Londinium, but you should have no trouble getting in from the south. Understood. Thank you, soldier. Then we'll continue bringing the Child of Prophecy back to Londinium just as we planned. Tell Kalwas to hold his ground for now. It's still too early for an all-out war between our forces. Yes, sir. What's that all about, Percival? Well, just as we expected, the Queen's army's begun to march on Londinium. She's dispatched Woodrose and his army from up at Oxford. Well, that was quick. Can't usually mobilize a whole damn army at the drop of a hat. It's been only a day since she rang the bell. The Queen must have really ridden them hard to get them moving so quickly. Woodrose's army is made up entirely of Fang Clan fairies. They don't typically need weapons or even bother, so they can move quickly when they need to. They're matchless on the battlefield, but they're not so great at occupying territory or laying siege. So if that's who Morgan sent, they shouldn't be that much of a threat. We should be able to wear them down by fortifying defenses, taking out Woodrose once he inevitably loses patience and takes the field himself. Oh, what is it, Gareth? I'm sorry, you just seem so different now. Did I? It seems Castoria is a lot better at battlefield tactics than we gave her credit for, especially if she has is able to analyze and use information she knows like that in a way like this. I was just being myself. Was I more confident or something? As you should be. Remember, you've rung one of the bells of pilgrimage now. Wherever you go, you're going to attract a lot of fairies who are fed up with the Queen's regime. So hold your head high. Besides, you really have gotten stronger, right? Yep, in terms of magical energy, I'd say she's about equal to Morgan's little finger now. I had no idea the bells of pilgrimage were able to do that. No wonder the clan heads weren't so quick to give permission. And we still have 5 to go. Wait, hang on. There's a Wind Clans in Salisbury, Wing Clans in Gloucester, Earth Clans in Norwich, Fang Clan in Oxford. That's only 4 bells. What about the Mirror and King clans? Oh, don't you worry about that. I'm still not sure about the Mirror Clan's bell, but I do know about the other one. The 5th bell is at the very edge of Britain, at the root of the World Tree's remnants. It's in the ruins of Orkney, the now forbidden city at the edge of the ends of the world that was destroyed long ago. Okay, hold up. I know the bells are important, but right now we need to focus on Londinium. Woodward's army is practically on our doorstep. Are you sure it's safe for us to go back? Yes, and I think we should do just that. Historia's right. The Fang clan is poorly suited to siege warfare. If all we need to do is defend Londinium's walls, we can hold out for 10 days even with just the forces we have. That should give us plenty of time to come up with a plan. Woodward's army is camped out in the plains about 2 kilometers north of Londinium. They don't have the numbers to properly encircle us. Woodward's only hope for victory will be to break through our main gate and take over the city from the inside. Which is why we're going to chip away at his forces while staring him down. Right, the greatest advantage we have is our ability to retreat to a stronghold whenever we need to. Even as we're headed back to Londinium, I'm having the troops we sent out to free Norwich split up into 2 squadrons and move out to the east and west sides. Part of the job is to deter Woodwoes from launching an all-out assault, since doing so would leave his forces to an attack from behind. But if those squadrons get a chance, they can also attack isolated troops, reducing overall numbers. We may not be able to beat them in a straight fight, but in a siege like this, we're pretty evenly matched. So we'll just have to slowly tip the battle in our favor as it drags on. Fortunately, we also have the Count in Norwich helping us, so we should be good on supplies. Okay, but while Londinium might not be completely encircled, it's still mostly surrounded, right? Is there some secret entrance or underground path inside? No, I'm afraid Londinium has nothing like that. Or if it does, we haven't been able to find it yet. And does that mean we're about to... That's right, we're gonna look for a weak spot in Woodwow's line and charge right through. This'll be great. It'll be the perfect opportunity to see what our new improved Castoria can do. Saber, huh? Ooh, we need an AoE archer. Most of my best ones are single target. I do have some AoE one... who are my Grail ones again? They're all quick. I guess I could just use... Yeah, my Berserker and go for that. But in that case, I absolutely need Scotty with me. We'll bring her Bond CE. Yeah, as you can see, I cleaned up things a bit. Might as well bring some people for, Ooh, actually... As you can see, my rolls for Koyan did actually go well. Rest assured, I'll be sure Foe can step on her anytime he wants. It's only fair, after all. But I do believe Scotty's gonna be the more important one here. Tomo probably isn't gonna be a bad option either. No, those are just commemoration CEs. This one actually works. Yeah, I guess backup in case we need it won't hurt. But I don't think it's gonna get that far. I'm pretty sure the Berserker here can handle everything. We might see Koyan Sky if we get some boss fights and such, but right now, most of my best ones are quicker arts anyways, so... And I have no intention of going for Morgan, but... Well, Koyan's cooldown reduction alone is a huge asset. 6, huh? Woodwow's military soldier. Perhaps I should have gone with my quick archer. Well, no matter. Fang's triumph. Interesting, they said they don't really need weapons, and yet they have some here. Granted, I'm pretty sure that's actually because they've been, Oh, what's this? Child of Prophecy. Activate Charisma of Hope every 3 turns whenever you're on the field. That is a 30% charge, and okay, I guess we know what we want here now then. Right, do I have... No, I'm gonna have to use it here. A little annoying, but we can do it. Oh, right, is our skills a higher level now? They're level 9! Ah! So as I ring the bells, she's going to become better and better.
Good morning.
Of course it crits. That's gonna be a bit of a problem because our refund's not gonna be enough.
Good morning.
Crit up. Darn. Brave change to do the trick turn. Alright, everyone's NP is max, so this should be a lot easier.
Good morning.
Doesn't matter what the refund is, I've got a full... Yeah, this. Oh, darn, I thought it was too much. One more turn before Christmas Hope skill gets off there. Oh well. Guess we're doing it this way then. I'll just finish it with a Brave Chain, I guess. No need for an NP here then.
猫と言ったな、それもあり。戦いですか。何か踏んでしまったかな。
Double rewards. Not bad, not bad. Damn, it's no use. We can't stop them on our own. It's not just Percival. The human soldiers are moving weirdly fast. Is that a child of prophecy? It's just like what High Queen Morgan does. We did it. We punched through their defenses. Everyone, make for Londinium. We're out of here as soon as these gates open. I'll bring up the rear. Don't worry. Nobody's getting past me. Master, I want you to stay with the child prophecy. Going on ahead now. That's what I like to hear. See you in Londinium. Took a few small skirmishes to get here, but we made it back nearly unscathed. That's how you won the battle today. Good work, everyone. You too, Percival. I gotta say, yeah, they still have the advantage of numbers. The longer this battle drags on, the more likely they are to get reinforcements to Camelot. We can't just lurk in our hidey hole forever. We need to be looking for chances to take the fight to them. That can wait till we have more soldiers of our own to work with, like the ones the Count's sending along with the supplies. By this time tomorrow, we should have a good number of the rebels from Norwich here to help us. That's when we'll strike at Woodwow's headquarters. We can sell this all at once while our enemy's guard's down. Yeah, that's the idea, which is all the more reason for us to rest and recuperate now. Go ahead and turn in for the night if you'd like, everyone. Our soldiers will stand watch. Woodwow's army camp. Say that again, Barrel Gut. I don't think I heard you right. Did you really just forbid me from going into battle? You want me to refrain from attacking Londinium directly? High Queen Morgan would never say anything like that. Don't you lie to me, you filthy human. You think that just because the High Queen's taken a little liking to you, you can dishonor me and my army. Whoa, 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 easy there, Woodwows. I'm not so big on the plan either, you know? If you ask me, there's a great opportunity to demolish the castle, but we have all the rebels in one place. I mean, this is obviously a terrible move, right? I can't blame you for having issues with it. So how about it, buddy? Why don't you tell me what you really think of the High Queen? I'm more than happy to pass it along to her when I get back to Camelot. Ooh, I think that's a great idea. I'd love to hear Mother's reaction to that. Go on, Furball, bark for us. You got something to say about Mother? Say it. Say to Mother, say it. Hey, isn't true Aurora played you like a fiddle in your own restaurant while she was going down in Norwich? No wonder Mother's so sick of you. Can't blame her for forbidding you to fight until you shape up. You know, you're the only one who's ever made her cross like that. Who knows what you'll get up to without some oversight? Don't you talk to me like that, you little... Lord Woodwell, you have every right to be upset, but please control yourself. I know, I'm well aware. I will not repeat Bogart's mistake. If that is the High Queen's command, I'm of course all too happy to comply. The Fang Clan have always been High Queen Morgan's loyal retainers. We're nothing like the Earth Clan, always dancing to Spriggan's tune. Very well then, if they want to hide in their castle, I can play along a while. I'm delighted that our majesties entrusted me with eradicating both the Child Prophecy and the Round Table Army. Of course I have no objections. But that being said, should the Round Table Army attack us, all bets are off. I trust you understand that if that happens, we will have to meet them in the field. You bet, buddy. And believe me, that's what I prefer too. But I can't lend you Tristan, okay? She's my personal bodyguard. If things start to get serious, I'll be counting on you guys to massacre the Round Table Army by yourselves. But hey, you can pull that off, right? You might be getting old, but you're the head of the Fang Clan. Don't be ridiculous. I don't even need to go after them myself. My elite soldiers are more than enough. Neither the Child of Prophecy nor the Foreign Mage pose any real threat. The only problem is that cheeky brat Percival, who managed to put up a good fight against Lancelot. Still, this is a battle, not a duel. Even if he happened to be the last one standing, what good would it do him? If we kill everyone else inside that castle, I'm sure he'll simply surrender. They seem bothered by that idea. Wow, that was just pathetic. When did Woodwose become such a wuss? It's like he doesn't even want to fight himself. Maybe that's why Mother forbade him from going to battle, because he'd actually die if he did. I'll say, that was ridiculous. I haven't had shakes that bad since Marsbury recruited me Chaldea. I was going soft in your old age, and then there's this. Come the hell on, Woodwose. Hey, we did what Mother asked us to, right? Let's just get out of here. I know. Why don't we stop paying Gloucester? It's great. I bet it beats anything you had in your world, too. We can go to the Count's restaurant together. And after that, we can... Oh, right, robbing a bank. Maybe some other time when I got nothing better to do. So you're busy now? I'm not. I'm bored out of my skull. It's just that something is bothering me about Morgan's orders. Do not let Woodwose fight. You know, depending on how you look at it, that could mean the exact opposite. Huh? Opposite how? Let's stick around for a little longer, Lady Spinel. If everything works like how I think it might, we'll be in for a very spectacular show. I guess do not let Woodwose fight. Make him fight, I guess. For worse, take out... Oh. Yeah, for better or for worse, we need to take out... yeah, the anniversary login stuff is really good. We're even getting a Holy Grail, which is really nice. I mean, there's going to be plenty more where that came from, don't get me wrong, especially after the end of the year when Grail casting arrives, but that's not something we have to worry about for a while here on NA servers, on the global... Is it NA server or global server? I genuinely don't remember, but I'll worry about it later, I suppose. Alright, let me grab a sip of my drink before we continue on here. Alrighty, let's go. Wales Part 2. Restricted. I cannot use a support Castoria. That reminds me, how many here are... Huh. I thought, like, my entire list would be Vichkoinskaya. But no, there's only one here. I suppose I could put mine up if need be. Then again, it's not like I have that many assassins, so... Formation set to... Masters. Murasaki's there. Might as well get the bond bonus, I guess. Up to 3 servants can be set in this quest. You know what? Let's go with Sieg. He works really well with Castoria. And, Queen Sheba will be good if all else fails. And some backup. Yeah, Tom Mo should be fine, I think. Castorian Sieg is pretty decent for combat. He's not the greatest looper in the world, but he does at least deal the damage for clearing nodes, and that is rather ideal, I think. As great as looping is. Oh my. Magecraft C, darn it. And we'll use his battery for this. Delivery person A. Alright, Sieg, you know what to do. I would really love to 120 him one day, but I guess I'm just gonna have to hope that crossover characters end up getting added to that system that they just added on the Japanese server. The chef. Are you sure you mean the chef and not the chief? Well, probably not, actually, now that I think about it. Well, if Gareth can, Alright, Gareth. Full Buster Brave chain. Let's do it. I could have brought Koenskaya, I suppose, just to make her super powerful, but I'm not sure that would have helped too much here. Mincing. Oh my. Alright, Sieg, a Brave Chain should break his bar here. Ooh, wonderful. Oh, nice, he has his NP for next turn. Wonderful. We just came to deliver food. Alright, we'll just do it this way to give even more buffs to Sieg. Sieg has a really nice modifier against dragon enemies, but these guys aren't dragons, so just regular caster time. There we go. Gasp, phew, that was exhausting. Good thing we were able to drive off Woodward's soldiers before they got to the western gate. I swear, the nerve of those Fang clan. I can't believe they tried to pass themselves off as food delivery. What's worse, the guards almost bought it. Really, it looks like they were just dumbfounded to me. Still, I'm impressed you just saw through them, Gareth, and none of the other fairies guarding the ramparts were any wiser. Yeah, I guess because I always had good hearing. Just kind of tell where there's danger afoot. I don't know if she's right, honestly, but... And I'm just trying to register this, I guess. Well, whatever. Anyway, now that we've fended off the sneak attack, let's get back to the war room. The reinforcements should be here by now. What do you mean Norwich isn't sending reinforcements? Are you telling me not a single soldier or blacksmith is willing to join the Round Table Army? At least not right now, sir. The Count is doing his best to convince them. Fairies in Norwich are grateful to the Child of Prophecy. They say they can't afford to get drawn to another battle right now. I see, so what they mean is the people of Norwich only care about Norwich. They don't give a damn about what happens elsewhere. Even though Castoria, the Child of Prophecy, made the brave decision to save Britain and rang a bell pilgrimage, even though she's already saved Norwich twice now, they still can't be bothered to fight the Queen's army themselves. It's not like that, sir. We're still willing to fight. It's just that we don't see a point in fighting a battle we can't hope to win. Yeah, that tracks. The whole thing about the Child of Prophecy drawing in fairies from around the world to her cause sounded nice, but it was a crock from the start. You gotta remember, these fairies have been living in fear of the Queen for 2,000 years. You can't get over something like that overnight. Don't forget about the Tamlin. Gonna take a lot more than ringing one bell to get all the fairies on our side. I thought I'd laid all the groundwork for these fairies to stand up the Queen's regime as long as they had the opportunity. I suppose rumors alone can only do so much. I can't believe this. We worked so hard to save Norwich, but now that we're gone, it's like they all forgot all about it. I understand. Of course the fairies of Norwich won't feel comfortable joining the Round Table Army without clear assurance of our chances of victory. Please don't give it another thought. Did you give the Count the messenger for us as well? Tell him that we'll do our best to figure something out on our own. We appreciate continued assistance and supplies. Yes, of course. Now, excuse me, I'll be on my way. I'm surprised you're not disappointed, Castoria. I thought this would hit you the hardest. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm upset for sure. I've just always been quick to get over disappointment. For the time being, let's just focus on what we can do now, like when Oberon ran around his cloak. Just a cloak. Point of order, when I said I had nothing to my name, I was being metaphorical. I wasn't literally streaking around Britain. If one won't do the trick, we'll have to go for two then. Right, maybe reading the second will motivate fairies on the sidelines. Excuse me, Sir Percival, Lord Oberon. I have an urgent message from allies in Gloucester. This is the Queen's army is advancing on the Welsh woods. Tamlin Gawain is leading an order of knights to report directly to the Queen. We can't stop them ourselves. We can't be sure how long the Welsh woods will be safe. Please send aid immediately. I'm sorry, but I have to go. I'm sure you can handle things here, Percival. Oberon, wait, there's no point in going alone. Ah, you're right. I might be able to get there on time on my own, but even if I did, there's not much I can do. Will you help me? Master, Castoria. I'm going to help the fairies of the Welsh woods however I can. They have nothing to do with this. I should be the one to suffer the Queen's wrath. It's not just you, they helped us all. Right, you're right. So much has happened that I forgot about that. Percival, would you ask the fairy horses to help us? I'm afraid Redrabit alone won't be enough. I can fly them myself, but we need 4 of them to pull the carriage at max speed for 5 passengers. Yeah. The Master, Castoria, Muramasa, Gareth, and Da Vinci. I'll make arrangements right away. But it won't only be 5 passengers. Kundry and I are gonna go too. So I gotta stay behind, huh? Okay, I get it. I'm not much of a flyer. I know you need to keep the carriage light as possible. Don't worry, we'll be back in no time. Just be careful while we're away, Happy Cat. Right, back at you. You're going up against a Tamlin, right? Fairies who've had their true names changed are really tough. You have a plan for how to handle her? Of course, in fact, I've been waiting for an opportunity like this. I'm not going to let Gawain push us around any longer. Ah, that's a child of prophecy talking. Oh, I have just one piece of advice then. Humiliate her. Find a way, whatever it takes. That'll give you a chance to uncover more about her gift and her name. The whole Tamlin thing is just a big act. If you can get her to disavow their night selves, you can win. Thanks for worrying and for cheering us on, Habitat. See you later. Ah, so if we can get them to abandon their night selves and return to their true forms, we can defeat them. And of course, we have more of the timeline unlocked. Yeah, and we know no Mash sent through this time. The Fae era ended with them with Ask being murdered and sent to the others. Well, more like executed, since it was they blamed her for everything that went wrong. Yeah, those are all night classes, so I'm doing this. Actually, perhaps I should do it this way. Let's do it this way then. Castoria can remove the debuff that stuns her.
Good morning.
They're all still alive, but that's about to end. Only the Lancer lived. Yeah, Tamacat with with a fraction of her usual buffs isn't gonna do too much. Roar of victory. You certainly have quite a bit of confidence, don't you, Queen's Military Soldier B? Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ruin that for you with this quick chain. If I played that better, I probably could have beaten it in just one turn, but I don't care, if we're completely honest. As I say, any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. Ah, a caster enemy. There, I can see the Welsh woods now. Oh no, they're burning. It's okay, I'm sure everyone found a good place to hide. Let's split up. One team take out the enemies, the other put out the fire. Victoria, Da Vinci, Master, you come with me. Alright, we'll take those aside. Percival, Gareth, let's go. Who are the High Queen's orders? Use fire, burn these filthy rotten woods to the ground. Let this be a warning to the foul scoundrel calling himself the Fairy King. It hurts, please stop. Up, please don't burn our forest, please don't destroy Oberon's home, please leave us alone, don't hurt us, it hurts, die. Oh no, we're too late. Ah. There's the Fairy King, capture him, whispering him before Her Majesty. The Child of Prophecy is with him? But her magical energy wasn't anywhere near that vicious when I saw her in Kama. Yo! Story, right, this must be what happened in Tintagel. Come, Master, we must go after her. She's not herself right now, she'll die here if we don't do something. Got it, leave it to me. These guys are all cast, which means I need to use a rider. Oh, if we already have an arts rider, I could bring someone else. Actually, let's bring Tamovich. Her NP actually deals damage. Oh no, she's an assassin. She'll get her ass whooped. Base Tammo no Mai should be fine then. Actually, we'll bring Tamovich as a backup in case things go south. And, Rider. Rider Kentoki will be good backup if all else fails. But I think with Tammo no Mai and Castoria, there should be absolutely no risk of Da Vinci dying. Even if this is just a boss fight against a single enemy, I think we can handle it. No need to perfectly optimize. Oh, it's not even that. Ice Attack of Rage. Oh my! You guys are about to get your asses kicked. Might as well push the damage here further. And I mean further. Alrighty. Da Vinci's the only one who can NP, but I genuinely don't think that's going to be an issue. The High Queen's military knights. Beautiful journey with all these buffs should be more than sufficient to wipe them. Yeah, look at that. That's a bit. That's about 200k a pop. Huff. Where are you going? Why are you running? Don't you run from me. You think you can just kill everyone here and leave? I won't let you, I swear it. Wait, shouldn't we be trying to help the survivors now? Let go of me. They're going to get away. I have to make them pay. Sorry, I was so blinded by anger. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that. It's a bit excessive, but at the same time, sometimes you need to get slapped back to reality. Okay, maybe there's some of the trees like there were before. It's no use. You're half a day too late. We killed the last of them hours ago. All that's left is to burn the woods. This is what came of your ringing that bell, Child of Prophecy. Looks like we finally get to face Gawain. I hope it doesn't force me to use Percival, but it's a boss fight, so they could make it specific. Alright. Looks like we finally get to face Gawain. Tamlin Gawain! What are you even doing here anyways? You're supposed to be fighting Woodwoes now. Did you leave Dunedin undefended just to come here? I don't understand it. Nothing you do makes sense. The weak are meant to obey the strong. As long as they do that, they'll one day get to enjoy the strong's remains. They cannot understand that. The strong have no obligation to protect them. Child of Prophecy, Foreign Mage, if you are prepared, I'm willing to accept your surrender. My only mission today was to cleanse whales. I do not have any orders to eliminate you. But if you insist on fighting, I'll burn you with the woods. I guess we gotta fight, but if she absorbs my magical energy again... Don't worry, I have a perfect anti-Gawain countermeasure. We can stop her from sucking up magical energy with a decoy. That said, I only have 3 of them, so they won't last long. We have to hit her fast and hard. Master. Alright. So basically what I'm getting from this is I need to start blowing my command seals after 3 turns. Or earlier, even. Let's see here. Yeah, this is... Oh! Who's my strongest single target archer? Because I don't think I have very many. Oh yeah, what am I saying? I know who my strongest single target archer is. Well, if we're talking pure damage, keyword might be able to make Santa Altera work. I can't make any guarantees, however, and that's going to be a little painful if it fails, but quick NPs can be a bit... Skadoodles. We're going to need you here, and we're going to need you to push the damage as much as humanly possible. If I have to, I will pop command seals. We'll bring another quick servant if we need to, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. And of course, no, let's put Koi on here. Alright. We're up against a very powerful saber, but we can do this. And remember, Mia, if worse comes to worse, I absolutely must start popping command seals, because I cannot allow her to take them. Oh, she's deploying a magic decoy. 3 pseudo command seals stuck in the ground. Alright, she has her own, so that's gonna be fine. It'll suck if we lose Santa Altera, but... if we lose Pastoria, but I think we can live without her. Alright, here we go. Now let's see here. Class affinity change when attacking to be the same as Berserker. Ah, so she's good against everything. Bonus effect when defeated. Increase attack when the enemy is defeated. Apply target focus at the end of each turn. Resistance all attacks. Here we go. Alright, let's go. Candy Star Photon Ray. Full power. She also has a piercing vulnerability if I need it. Oh, thank you for the follow. Fuja is nice. I stream just about anything here, so feel free to stop by anytime something catches your eye. We're just fighting Fairy Knight Gawain right now. Command spell protected by a decoy. Ooh, this is a little painful. Yeah, she wrecked me pretty hard, but I think I can still do this just fine. I need to start popping command seals, though. I simply cannot allow... I could potentially protect her for a turn. Started when Kiara's Summer came out. New, so I don't know what you're fighting. I'm in the latest story chapter, Lostbelt Chapter 6, so this is quite a ways away from where you are now. So... We're gonna try another Brave Chain here. Or I
あ
can
れはいつか
screw
見た
up.
終わりの星。どれほど遠く
Add the
離れ
American
ても
singularity?
私
Ah.
は星を探すのです。
Well, good luck. My personal favorite one is Camelot right after, so, but the one after that, Babylon's really
キャンデ
popular.
ィーケン
So, there we go.
羊はこう使う
The NP may not be doing much damage, but command spell was remove buff. Really painful. Muramas's reinforcement. Nullify foul weather. Okay, now that's gonna help out a lot.
こういうことも
Thank you, Muramasa. Oh, wonderful. Got lucky with a multi? Oh, nice. I've been around here since the second Valentine's event in year 2, so I've been around a while.
出番だゼルコ。負けないぞ。マスターにかっこいいところを見せるぞ。命令との。頭が
Alright, with the defense gone, I can now deal full damage.
よし。やるぞ。
Yeah, Koyanskaya is a legitimately great unit, both for dealing damage herself as well as supporting Buster-focused allies. There we go. First break bar down. Charisma of Hope. Huh. Okay, need some help with a 5-star unit to pick? Well, if you're going to ask people, the most common recommendation for a newer player is Waver, because he gives you 50% charge. Him plus Koyanskaya basically means you can give anyone 100%. So yeah, Zhuge Liang, Lord El Malloy II, or some call him Waver. He's a really good pick because he gives you 50% charge, while also giving, well, good buffs all around. Attack, defense, and critical damage. So yeah. Zhu Liang or Lord El Malloy II, I think it's in parentheses there. That one's a common recommendation. Plus, if you combine him with Koyanskaya, like I said, you can give any servant you want 100% instant charge to nuke their NP right away. That said, if you have an absolute favorite out of the list, then you should obviously prioritize them, but that's entirely up to you. Hey, that was a good one. You're doing great, Castoria. Muramasa, what are you doing here? What? That? I just had a hunch that little lady there could use some help, and I couldn't stand back and do nothing. Oh, you impotent little. Protect the mage with your trinkets. Do you think we're just gonna roll over and let you walk over us? Think again. You dare mock me like that? You're damn right I do. You're a pathetic excuse for Tamlin. You don't care about protecting fairies at all. You're a mindless dog following the queen's every order. You have no right to use the name of a knight to the round table. Sure, Sir Gawain could be overly serious, a bit of a teacher's pet. Sometimes he put too much trust in his king, but he never was an unthinking beast who blindly accepted whatever his king told him, like you. For that matter, I know you're not really Gawain. Your true name was written on Hector's receipt. Now you listen to me and you listen to me good. Your true name is Barghest. Barghest, the Black Dog Duchess, the Devourer of the Thundercloud. Thing I don't have is a good Lancer. Don't have a Saber. For Saber, I have Lancelot and Sigurd. Lancelot is a genuinely good Saber. Oh, hello, Ellie. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Sigurd and Lancelot are both good for critical teams if you like to generate stars and such. Sigurd in particular is probably going to work well, I think. But Lancelot's a personal favorite. Crocodile. Sadly, we're not playing Arknights Knight, but I'll probably get back to that sooner or later. For now, we now know the true name of Fairy Knight Gawain, Barghest. Now forget about the Queen's gift and stop pretending to be a knight. True names have power in this universe, and especially among the Fae. True name revealed, Tamlin Gawain, Barghest. Ooh, that's really neat. I like that. Looks like we're going to have a true fight against Barghest now. And it's 24, so I'm going to... Alright, so it's gonna allow me to use a proper team, I imagine. Should be fun. Barghest, that's the name of a black dog fairy from English legend. Yeah, Barghest is the name of a species of fairy, not... Hi. Sounds good, Ja. He's really helpful. Plus, he fits onto any team because he buffs everything that matters, rather than a specific card type. Yeah, Barghest is the name of a fairy species, not just an individual, but I suppose here, things are a little different. It's supposed to have a glowing horn and fiery eyes, and it's also said to be an omen of imminent disaster. That's right, that is apparently what I am in your proper human history. Thank you for reminding me of that, load some fat girl. You've helped me cool my head. But this changes nothing, you weaklings. Even with my true name revealed, I remain unchanged. I'm a creature of the night, as far as I'm concerned. Sir Gawain's morning light and numeral the saint, which take effect in daytime, only ever held me back. I may be a fairy-eating beast, and I may have lost my gifted name, but I'm still a knight. My horn remains as devoted to the High Queen as ever, and I shall prove it by ending your lives with it here and now. Hang on, I thought uncovering Baggy's gifted name was all we had to do to win. Why is she even stronger now? Oh, now you're getting timid? You just live your whole life flying by the seat of your pants, don't you? No, I can understand how she feels. I can't even measure Barghest's magical energy anymore. I don't get it either. Revealing her true name is supposed to remove the changes to her spirit origin and make her weaker. But instead, it's almost as if she... I know we can't afford to run away, but... It doesn't matter. Retreat is not an option. We're going to defeat Barghest here and now. We have to take down at least one of the Tamlin, or we'll never stir the Anti-Morgan fairies out there to action. And besides... It may not have lasted long, but I'm still Fairy King Oberon, Lord of Wales. So please, lend me your aid. Let's show this dog who trampled over these woods exactly what weaklings like us can truly do. Oberon is pissed. Oh, Oberon's actually here to help us this time. Not telling us what his NP is, but I suppose, well, first things first, we need to make some backup units here in case it goes to hell. So, my two strongest single-target archers. Perfectly fine here. There we are. And another support might be good here, I think. I don't remember what color Oberon's NP is, and it won't let me look at it. But this might be a good time to bring Koyanskaya out to play. If you want to go with ticket summonings, then good luck. Just remember, RNG is RNG. Of course, I could also spring the proper Tammo no Mai and focus on survival, but we might need to burst him down. Let me see here. Let's see here. I stay increases MP gauge during buster attacks. Increase buster effectiveness. Increase. That's good, but I think the support from Tammo is gonna be here. But you know what? I think I will bring her in the back row just to be safe. Alright, here we go. We need to defeat Barghest. So Oberon was an archer this entire time. Interesting. Alright, let's do it. Fatal battle. I won't retreat. We have to defeat Barghest here. I'm Fairy King Oberon, Lord of the Welsh Woods. You shall receive the Force Voice. That's humanity trait. What's his NP? Rhyme Goodfellow. Special attack to all lawful enemies. Remove attack and inflict sleep and apply invincible... Oh my. Of course, if they all... Let's see here. What's this? Increase NP strength to all allies. And apply decrease MP gauge at the end of turn for yourself. Treat it as buff for a single ally. I guess I should have brought someone better for this, huh? Oh well. How much is this exactly? Thanks, I saw my dust. 100. Okay, so he gets 50% from that. Good to know, good to know. Oh, excellent. Now let's get started. Also notice that he's Buster, so I guess I should have gone with my gut and gone with Koyan. Alright, then that's fine. Right, his has to be last because she gets invulnerability for a turn. Only the turn, so his extra attack is going to be negated, but... NP loss. Target focus up. Four-star Lancer. Ooh. Valkyrie. A Valkyrie is an AoE Lancer who is pretty good for farming, if you can. But she's a bit expensive to work with. Still, she gets the job done. Wow, Bargus hit way harder than I was expecting. Triple crane wings. This should break Barghest's bar, I think. A single target is way stronger than an AoE. No, it didn't. I guess I just didn't have enough buffs. Though I guess the crits can make up for it. Gonna have to do this the hard way. Koyanskaya. A bit of damage to everyone, but a small price to pay. Increase Buster everything. Alright, remember, we have to go... Alright. This should also stun Barghest for a turn. Not enough damage. I don't think I can avoid Koyan dying this turn, but if that's all that the worst that happens, I think it's fine. What's her overcharge ability? Decrease charge for all enemies, slight increase NP gain for all allies. Actually, in that case, I should probably go with Triple Crane Wings, 7 Drive. And I hate to waste all this crit on Oberon, but I don't want to waste the NP charge. Alright, we'll do it this way, just to try and stall it a bit. Now we get to see Koyanskaya's NP for the first time. Not too many servants specialize in gunfire, but I won't say no, that's for sure. Really, Oberon? Really? Yeah, that's a hell of a lot of damage. Oberon's turn. She doesn't have invulnerability pierce, so I should be able to dodge with wait, that's an AoE? Crap, I forgot that. Remove buff. Oh, balls. This is not going to work, is it? For the part 1 story, you can honestly use just about whoever you want. Generally, it's agreed that you can, if all else fails, you can usually get... Well, if you're gonna be that way about it, Barghest...
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。山を結び、なお落ちることなきその両力。着翼3年。話にならんの。行くわよ。今日はこうして欲しいんでしょう。そんなに見たいの？
うまい手を考えろ。
こうして欲しいんでしょう。好き放題扱ってあげましょう。はち切れそうでしょ？絹香の匂い、火薬の匂い、幸福勧告。とっておき。ご冗談を見せてあげるわ。
新山幽谷経天道地海山明道天神地これぞ列強天揺らす宇都の鳴き声名をよろずのノリとなり
山を抜き、陸をなお落ちることなきその両力。着翼3年。話にならんの。弱い。
There we go.
僕だってやればできるさ。
That was a little rough, but we got it.
椅子に座ってるだけが王様じゃないとも。
Burning down forests, slaughtering helpless fairies. This is how your queen treats any who defy her? None of you venerate to call yourselves knights, not one of you. Well, except maybe you, but all the rest of you. Wow, you skewered 2 of them once, impressive. Now I see whether they say you've reached the limits of human ability. That said, this isn't like you. What happened to your usual calm? Aren't you supposed to be big of heart as you are body, to be incomparably tough and consistently logical? You're right, I'm a commander. I need to be calm and collect as I look. Thank you for snapping me out of my rage, Miramasa. I don't see any more of the Queen's soldiers here. Gareth and I should be able to handle the search for survivors. Why don't you go help Historia? You've been worried about her all this time, right? It's written all over your face. Is it? Well, you know, she has a tendency to let her feelings get the best of her sometimes, right? Well, the Master's got a good handle on feelings. He's also just a kid. Someone's got to make sure those two don't get into trouble. Might as well be an old man like me. Come now, you don't look anything like an old man. But anyway, thank you for watching them. Sure. Can be pretty perceptive sometimes, right? There's no one here, Percival. No fairies in the forest. No soldiers of the Queen's army. They're all gone. So it would seem. Damn it, we were too late to stop them. Alright, everyone, let's circle west to where Castoria's group is headed. Maybe we'll find some survivors along the way. I can't come this far without saving at least one person. I just can't. Percival? Look out, there's someone behind you. Behind? I don't see anyone. I don't sense... There really was? How'd you see it, Gareth? That's amazing. I didn't see them. I just saw that you would be in trouble. No, wait, there. Something unnatural. It's a mirror. They're hiding behind a mirror reflecting the surroundings. Ah, they just ran off the trees. They're trying to escape. Get him, Percival. Leave it to me. I can't believe you destroyed my mirror camo. In all my years as an assassin, Knight R, poor Toon, have never made such a careless mistake. But then, I've not worked in 200 years. I didn't fail, I'm just a bit rusty. Still, I can't believe a fairy saw through my camouflage. I better kill you, girl. I can't take you getting lucky twice. Don't you cow. Help me out here, Gareth. I need you to be my eyes. Tell me where he is. You got it. I'll do my best. Oh, this is a fixed battle. Mirrored camo. Reduce attack damage taken to 0.
はい、お任せくだ。はい、いいです。はい。先行。
Does not hit other than Gareth. Blast. Oh yes, and you were asking about the story, Ja. Generally, it's agreed that you can beat the Part 1 story, the singularities, with just about anyone you want, and if all else fails, you can borrow a Heracles or a Kulan altar from the support. They're generally considered to be able to solo every fight that goes on there.
これならなんとかなりそうです。
そっち？あっち？年ね。これかなりまっすぐ。
I see. Gareth has to hit first, followed by whoever I want. Good to know, actually. Alright, hopefully he'll do enough damage here. Why is he ignoring Gareth? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, let's just restart the fight. I didn't realize I needed to actually hit with, Sorry, I sneezed there. Hopefully I muted it in time. But yeah. I didn't realize I needed to hit with Gareth first, otherwise I would have done a lot more in those first couple turns, because, Percival has a huge damage buff to make him clear these guys out.
Kish, Percival, 参ります。 お任せいいです。レッツファイはいいいですもん。先行
No luck with crits whatsoever. Alright, this should do the trick. Gareth actually has a decent amount of time, so this should actually deal some good damage.
いいですとも。
狙うぞ年
レッツファイト。
Yeah, he is heavy focusing on Percival. But yeah, I should be able to stop him before he hits his NP.
はい、お任せください。
違法の魔術すごいですね。ありがとうございます。
There we go, we got him. What was I thinking? The way things are going, my defeat's all but guaranteed. Damn it, of all the luck. Why'd I have to run into the one fairy in the world who could see me? He's getting away Percival, but at least it looks like he can't turn invisible anymore. He's real pain, alright. We should take him out now before... I can't believe my eyes. What's a proud knight doing in a penal colony like this? Aren't you supposed to be in Londinium right now? No wonder Her Majesty doesn't see the Round Table Army as a threat. You just entirely lack the mindset necessary for victory. You really are pathetically naive, Percival. You're... Lancelot, the strongest Tamlin in Britain. This is getting worse before it gets better. We did it! We beat one of the Tamlin! How do you like that, huh? It's been a long time coming. Don't you dare talk down to me, weakling. You would run Hermas and that foreign mage's help. I know, but still. Barguest. You might have one knee on the ground, but I can tell you have strength to spare. We could keep fighting if you'd like, but do you really want to continue till we're all dead, you included? I've talked to you a few times now. Obviously, that won't give me a complete understanding of who you are. But I know you well enough to know you're willing to listen to anyone you see as strong, which is why I want to talk to you about something now. You're awfully chatty servant, aren't you? Very well, what do you have to say? Chaldea does not consider Britain our enemy. We have no intention of attacking it. Now that its Tree of Emptiness is gone, it's only a matter of time until it disappears anyway. But until it does, we think the fairies who call it home should decide what happens to it. Britain's gonna disappear? Ridiculous. You're making no sense at all. The fact you're aiding the Child of Prophecy alone makes you enemies of Britain. You're already attacking Britain. You're wrong, Barguest. We're helping the Child of Prophecy save Britain. The real invader here is Morgan. She and Barrowgut have no intention of saving you or any other fairy, just like she didn't bother to do anything to help Norwich. Morgan isn't going to do anything to stop the Great Calamity, even if it means letting every single fairy in Britain die. You know why? Because she means to use the Great Calamity to invade our world. We've already figured that out, haven't you? No matter what reasons Morgan might have for doing this. Fact is, if she gets her way, countless fairies will suffer and die. You're right, I can't deny any of that. Well, join us then. It's not too late for you to... Don't mock me. Just because I accept what you're saying doesn't mean I've accepted you. If you mistake me for a friend to get too close to me, I'll cut you where you stand. Have you forgotten what I've done? Now, I have a question for you. You claim to be trying to save Britain, yes? But Beryl told us you Chaldeans is yours the only way, and have destroyed many other worlds. If that's true, it must be why you came here in the first place. You say you're not going to attack us because we're always doomed. That's not the same thing. Already doomed? That's not the same as helping us. Let me ask you. You may answer as well, wise and fair servant. Child of Prophecy, I understand, but... why would outsiders like you protect fairies like us? You did so in Norwich, and you tried today as well, even though you could have just let them die. Well, I saved them because I wanted to. I know the world will be gone soon, but I don't want to let what might happen tomorrow ruin today. Easy there, guy. I mean, Bargus obviously don't want to kill us anymore. Why not call a truce? Hell, I'm still technically one of Chaldea's enemies myself. It's something you really want to do. Letting yourself do it isn't a bad idea. Vargas, don't tell me she's turning into a Moors? No, that's not it. What is going on? My name. Don't call me by my name. What in the... That night, he's got Bargus in his sights. Look out. Becky, you just protect the master? What were you thinking? Why would you try to help me? Are you trying to get yourself killed? I mean, you were aiming for me, weren't you, Portune? What is the meaning of this? Don't you take that tone with me, Barguest. I'm the one who's angry here. Not only did you dare entertain those ridiculous notions, you defended the foreign mage. That's treason. If you wish to prove your innocence and loyalty, now is your only chance. Kill the human. Go on, it should be easy. All you have to do is hold him close and break the neck. I can't do that, not if you tried to help me. I see, the High Queen's wrath will be swift and mighty, foolish, Black Dog. Good luck falling asleep tonight. Crap, he's getting away. Shouldn't you go after him, Barguest? Won't we be charged with treason if he makes it back? It's alright, I did what I thought was right, nothing more. If the High Queen chooses to punish me, I'll accept my fate as a knight. Traitors lending her aid to the Child of Prophecy. My mission is to eradicate Oberon's home. The Autumn Woods is complete. My mission complete. Destroy Oberon's home. The Autumn Woods is complete. I'll probably be relieved of my position once I reach home at Camelot, but that is also proof that Tamlin Gawain has been bested in battle. Victory is yours, Round Table. I'm sure the other fairies will be delighted by this news. Well, Barguest is gone, the battle's over, but poor Oberon. Well, however things turned out, at least the forest is quiet now, and the fact we managed to beat one of the Tamlin is no small achievement. I'm glad at least one small thing came out of this. Oberon. I think I'd like to be alone for a while. Would you mind heading back without me? I need some time to say goodbye to everyone, individually. Okay, we'll go on and wait for you at the carriage. Back, Master. Let's give him some space. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad you're all okay. Oh, where's Oberon? I don't see him anywhere. He's gonna be a little late, so we're gonna spend night here while we wait for him. What about Percival and Gareth? Right here. We've been resting out while we waited for you. We looked everywhere, but I'm afraid there were no survivors. I'm sorry I couldn't be of no help. Still, you should have seen Percival out there. He chased off Lancelot. Lancelot? That bitch was here too? Damn it, now I wish I'd stayed with Percival. I need to pay her back for tossing me into that pit before I leave the Lostbelt. So there were two Tamlin here, and you actually chased Lancelot away? No, I didn't. Gareth is giving me far too much credit. The truth is, she basically let us go. As soon as she confirmed the fire had been put out, she flew off towards Camelot. I'm human, there's nothing I could do to strike a dragon fairy like her from the sky. I know what you mean. We've seen Lancelot's incredible mobility for ourselves. She's just as fast and agile in flight as records I've seen of Enkidu from Babylonia. I'm sure. She's the most beautiful fairy of all, after all. That said, even she can only move so fast in the forest with all the trees getting in her way. That's the only reason I was able to hold out against her as long as I did. Still, it's impressive you managed to fend her off. Even a certain alter ego I know is helpless against her. Do you have any other combat data about her we could use? We basically know nothing about her right now. Did anything stand out while you fought? Did she say anything about this atrocity? Well, actually... No, nothing noteworthy. I'm afraid all we could do against her was defend, right, Gareth? Yeah, I guess so. But still, it was an amazing battle. Gareth knows something, but whatever it was, apparently... Percival doesn't want it getting out. How incredibly frustrating that he has something he know... Well, it's probably personal. But that does mean he'll have to tell us eventually, even if he's not in the mood to say it right now. On a different note, I'm a little worried about Oberon. I'm sure he'll get over the shock in no time, but burying that many bodies would have to wear on anyone. Maybe I ought to go back and help him. Well, why would he bury them? What do you mean? Do you only cremate bodies here? Either way, we can't just leave them here to rot. We gotta make a grave and... you really don't know, Muramasa? You know either, Master? You mean British fairies don't disappear when they die? Oh, now I get it. That makes a lot of things add up. I thought it was strange when the spirit origins didn't fall apart after they died. That's right, I don't know how it is with fairies in your world. But here in Britain, when we die, we just stay how we are. We don't decompose, don't rot, we change form and then stay there forever. Human bodies rot, so we cremate those, but fairy bodies are just abandoned to the earth. Look over there, see those fallen trees? Those are fairies who reach the end of their lives. All of Britain is composed of these fairy corpses. That's actually quite interesting. No battles, just story. I can't believe a proud like myself has to flee. This has been one surprise after another. Child of Prophecy and foreign mage are supposed to stay back in Londinium. Lancelot didn't obey orders. Gawain only burned the forest. No, she's just Barghest the Black Dog now after Porter betrayal of the Majesty. Under the circumstances, you'll understand why I had no choice but to retreat, right? But the biggest problem is that girl who saw through my camouflage. Should have made her tell me how she did it, but that damn Percival got in my way. Well, no matter, at least I know where to find her. At least as soon as I report Her Majesty, I'll go back to Londinium and... Wait, what the... Huh? What's this? What's going on? My legs, they're being eaten away? I know you. I recognize that horrible cursed scent. I smelled it in the war against the Moors. No, this can't be. You're supposed to be dead. The High Queen. I'm supposed to tell the High Queen. Oh. Dang, eaten alive by all those tiny little bugs. What's this? This appears to be a different location entirely. Ah, this is the past of... This is Fairy Britain in the past. Because the Tree of Emptiness still stands here. The tree that keeps these Lostbelts alive. Fragment 06. Bay Era 400, back when Britain's Tree of Emptiness stood intact and whole, Mash was enjoying a peaceful respite with Ace and Totoro at their forest camp. Though still bewildered by how simultaneously similar and different her surroundings were, she told her new companions everything she could about her experiences in Fairy Britain. So that's everything I know about the Isle of Britain and Land of the Fae. Does that help? Ace, because there's something wrong with her. Don't be rude, Totoro. She isn't lying, she's telling us about the distant future. So in the future, a place called Fairy Britain, a queen called Morgan unified the clans, and there's a figure known as a child of prophecy, as well as invaders from proper human history. I'm sorry, invaders is probably too strong a word. Forgive me, I'm still, processing everything you've told me. Oh, it's okay, I can't blame you for thinking of us that way. Anyways, does this mean you believe me about coming here from the future, Ace? It is a lot to take in, but I can mostly tell you're being honest about it. Part of me doesn't want to believe it, especially regarding a child of prophecy. He said she's a savior reborn, the next fairy destined to save Britain. If there's such a future person in the future, that means, well, that means I'm going to fail. Yeah, and there's no way Ace is going to fail this time. You're going to be priest of Britain. You see, this Mirror Clan fairy doesn't know what she's talking about. You're right, Totoro. I do have to make sure I succeed this time. You'll help me, won't you? You bet I will. I'm always happy to help the girls who are doing their best. Same name as Mash, correct? You got bad luck showing up when you did. If you want my help, you're gonna have to wait until I finish making Ace happy. That's fine. Thank you, Totoro. How may I help you? I know I can count on you. Mash, if you don't have anywhere else to go, you can stay with us. But if you do, I'd like you to promise me one thing. If you want to return to your own time, you shouldn't say anything else about the future. Oh right, is that because intervening in the past could end up changing the future? Something like that. I doubt anything you say or do here will have any effect on the era of the High Queen. But there could be fairies here in the Fae era where the Tree of Emptiness is still intact, whose destinies could end up warped. How so? Nothing I do will have any effect on the High Queen. What do you mean by that? Hold it, Mash. That's getting the future again, right? Oh, right, of course. I shouldn't even be talking about the era, should I? That's right. I'm saying this more to protect your destiny than ours. When you go back to your own time, you cannot bring any knowledge that would create a paradox. The larger the paradox, the larger resulting gaps in your memory will be. You don't want to lose your precious memories, right? In that case, it's best you avoid discussions of the future as much as possible. Yeah, to my understanding, timelines in the Fate universe work kind of like in Futurama, where it tries its best to correct changes and keep things going as close as possible to the way the timeline's supposed to go, so... That being said, I really have to question this High Queen Morgan's judgment handling calamities by sending them back to the past. If you hadn't defeated the calamity of Norwich in the future, then we would have found that giant hand thing you told us on the beach instead of you, right? Talk about a close call. If it had been that thing we encountered, we might have lost the Knight of Londinium who just appeared. In that sense, you've helped us much more than I could possibly say, Mash. Thanks to you and this master saving us from that battle, our own battle should go that much more smoothly. That's the battle you're fighting as the savior of Britain, correct? Is that the battle in year 4000 of the Fey era, the War of the Summer Fey 200? Is that what years are right now? Huh? The War of the Summer Fey happened in Fey era 10,000. The only war that took place in the year 2000 was the Yard dispute between the Earth and Wind clans back when Britain was a lot smaller than it is now. Oh, I think I understand. Those year numbers must be backwards. In the time MASH is from, they probably count the Fey era years backwards, starting from the first year of the era of the High Queen. It may keep things simpler if we just talk about the past events in terms of how many years ago they happened. The War of the Summer, it took place in 1600. Took place 1600 years ago, which would make Fey era 2000 from your perspective, Mash. It was a massive invasion penetrated by Ireland, the Isle of Shadows. A massive invasion perpetrated by Ireland. It was the second attempt by the Northern Fairies to invade Britain. They were led by Queen Mab, who worked her human army like slaves. That was a really close call, wasn't it, Totoro? It sure was. They almost killed every clan in Britain. I don't know what we would have done if it hadn't been for you and the Black Knight, right, Black Knight? True, Queen Mab was a very powerful fairy. And it's not just because she had Albion's protection. She also had the primordial strength about her that the Southern Fairies simply don't possess. Ace managed to buy some time, but if she really wanted to wipe out the clans, there was absolutely nothing we could have done to stop her. Then, just as Queen Mab was on the verge of victory, she proposed a truce out of nowhere. She then went on to occupy the vacant throne left by the Rain clan in Orkney, and became the lord of the entire northern region. I see, thank you for filling me in. By the way, may I ask who that is? This is Sir Black Knight, my escort. He and I have known each other for a long time now, haven't we? Indeed, ever since you first became a public figure. Ace and I have fought side by side for over 2,000 years now. I don't know how much more I can take, even with this undying body. Succeed or fail, I really hope this is your last attempt to save Britain. Don't worry, it's gonna work this time. All I have to do is make sure the coronation goes smoothly. I guess that's true. If this doesn't work, nothing will. After 10,000 years of fighting, the clans have finally agreed to live peacefully under Britain's new king. Though I still find it hard to believe that a human of all people succeeded in unifying the 5 clans. Still, I suppose it makes sense, since fairies would never submit to another fairy's rule. If only we'd realized it sooner. Wait, did you say Britain has a king, and a human no less? That's right. Mab's still grumbling about it, though. She says she's a much better choice for Britain's king than a human. Well, you know how proud Mab can be, Totoro. And that's not even mentioning what happened in the War of Summer. But anyway, we're getting off track. Right now, Mash, we're in what you would call Fey Era 400, which I guess means High Queen Morgan will appear 400 years from now. I shouldn't think about it, but it's hard not to. I know Uther is human, so he only has 10 more years left at most. So does that mean his heirs will inherit the throne for a few generations until Morgan emerges to assume the throne? Is that even possible? I guess you don't know it either, huh, Ace? Still, at least it sounds like this new king is successful at keeping peace between the clans. After all, Fairy, Brent, and I know there's almost no inter-clan warfare whatsoever. I'm sorry, I go talk about the future again. That one's fine, Mash. It's still within the margin of error. And there's still peace in the future? That's good to hear. Up until now, Britain has been plagued by millennia with endless turf wars between the clans. See the fighting end with our generation will be absolutely wonderful. That's all thanks to us, Murray and the Wing clan, Uther's coalition army giving Earth, Wind, Fang, and Mirror clans, what, 4? Our only draw was with Mab of the King clan. Unfortunately, only the protagonist knows the truth of how this fight will end. But that's probably why MASH was sent and not us. I'm guessing MASH was sent here specifically so that we, the player, get to see exactly how the history played out. And there's likely going to be information that was, of course, long lost by the time we arrive. But now that Mab's marrying Uther to unify their nations, the two of them might be invincible. Though I do feel bad for Mab, since Uther obviously loves you, Ace. Don't be silly, Totoro. Of course he doesn't. Besides, once I see Uther take the crown and accept the bone bell from the clans, I'm going to go back to paradise. I think Uther and Mab make a great couple, too. I'm sure the two of them ruling together will bring back peace to Britain for the next 400 years. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still need to ensure the coronation of Londinium goes smoothly. Why aren't you using Cathedral in Salisbury for that, Ace? Because there's far more history to be found here. Londinium may be an invincible fortress, but still smells of blood. It's bound to attract Moors. If you ask me, Salisbury is the safer choice. Maybe, but Salisbury is also close to the pit. That place worries me more. No one in Britain knows what's at the bottom of the pit. Fairies of Britain fear it too much to even go near it. I'm the only one who can investigate what's inside, but it's too deep for me to do so alone. If only there was some brave and strong with magic energy to match a fairy, someone who wasn't from Britain but still willing to help, I could go investigate it. Now, Ace, what is it? Of course, we do have someone like that. Hooray! Change of plans, everyone. We're going to the pit right now. Mash and I are finally going to uncover the truth behind the greatest media history in Britain. I see, so Morgan didn't create the pit like they implied. Indeed, I imagine that's another part of history that she wants people to think she's responsible for. As we've found, Morgan has absolutely been rewriting history to benefit her where possible. The eve of the decisive battle. Looks like there's going to be multiple parts here. Tintagel's Bell Pilgrimage, which I've been hearing ring constantly for 16 years, rings in the distance. It's a crude, roughly hewn bell that looks nothing like the bells it's based on. It embodies the wish the Child of Prophecy will one day grow strong and set off on her journey. Tintagel is a coastal village located north of Cornwall. It's a small, insignificant place. Both the High Queen and the clan heads tend to forget it even exists. Mother, Castor, I brought you a new book. It's about etiquette for upper-class fairies. You should study it now so you'll be ready when you leave for the Castor one day. Do you mind if I put the table here? By the way, have your Fey markings grown yet? You'll be 16 years old in only 2 more years, you know. I'm a little worried. Your journey is going to be hard enough as it is. I see you're working hard again today, Castor. You are diligent, dedicated, and innocent. You play just as hard as you study. You always find whatever it is the village needs at any given moment. The other fairies could learn a thing or two from you. Just seeing you in action fills us with hope. Still, I'm afraid it's going to be difficult to pay this year's tax. Thankfully, we should be able to squeak by thanks to all your help. But at this rate, I'm worried Tintagel may cease to exist by the time you turn 16. Oh, what are we going to do? You must be very... I swear, none of these fairies have any tact. Guess that's what happens when you live past your prime. Well, there's nothing wrong with saying you don't like something. In fact, you should say so. Don't you agree, Castor? I mean, you don't want anyone treating you differently just because of the Child Prophecy either, right? So come on, let's do something fun. The Elder's not going to mind if you just hang out a little while. Do you hear there's a merchant caravan coming from the East Road? Maybe we can get musical instruments in Gloucester. If they have any, I'm sure they'll sell it to you. I mean, you're the Child Prophecy. Oh, we've been growing. One of the Elder Fairies was saying you grow and change over time unlike the rest of us. It's so weird to think about, but I guess it's better that way. Magical energy you have now, you couldn't survive against a single black dog, so hurry up and grow as much as you can, okay? Until then, we'll keep you safe. Everyone has such high hopes for me. It was a tiny village with no future, but they all believed in me, even though I didn't deserve it. Sorry, I'm sorry. Sorry I'm so weak, I'm sorry I couldn't be stronger. Sorry I couldn't protect our village. What's wrong with this village? I told them it'd be futile to fight back if they still try to resist. Did they all go crazy? Forget the Tintagel fairies. Find the Child of Prophecy. We've embarrassed ourselves enough as it is. If we let her escape now, we'll never be able to face High Queen Morgan. His voice was like thunder. It was the first time I'd ever heard a powerful fairy roar with anger. I was too scared to even try and fight. All I could do was run away by myself, crying. Sometimes all you need to do to succeed is live, and indeed, simply by surviving, she won. Sorry, Grandpa. I wish I could have stayed there with you. Yeah, she's definitely a JRPG protagonist. Her hometown was doomed from the start. Only took half a day to make it back to Salisbury. This new carriage is much easier to pull. And now that we're fighting against the Queen, I have no intention of obeying the speed limit anymore. At this pace, we should make it back to Londinium before sunset. What would you like to do? I think I need a break. Seconded. I need to get out before my poor back and butt shatter completely. I could use a breather too. I think I might be getting a little motion sick. Why don't we rest up at Mike's restaurant? I've been wanting to talk with him about something anyway. How about you, Percival? I'm going to continue on to Londinium. I'm sure the Child of Prophecy will be welcome in Salisbury, but I don't think the same could be said for me, Commander of the Round Table Army. Oh, what are you talking about, Percival? There's a resistance movie in Salisbury too, right? Why don't we work together? It's not that simple. The Round Table Army and Salisbury Rebel Army are different organizations. They may be similar, but the goals are not quite the same, especially since Aurora is still publicly presenting herself as being on the Queen's side. If she did anything to hint that she's sympathetic, she'd be squashed like a bug, clan head or not. Guess that's true, yeah. Ain't it kind of a bad look to just be sitting on the sidelines at this point, though? Not at all, Lord Marmas. I wouldn't expect Lady Aurora to choose anything else. Anyway, Kundry's telling me she still has plenty of energy, so I'll go on ahead to Londinium. Oh, beloved child of prophecy, valiant child of prophecy, courageous savior of Norwich, equal to the queen in Camelot. She's gonna rebuild Londinium and defeat the Tamlin. That's a hell of a festival going on outside. I know, and it's all about Castoria. They're even selling pancakes that look like her. I'll grab a dozen or so before we leave, okay? Da Vinci, you're finally back. Oh, where were you? You were only going to be gone a little while. It's been over 2 weeks. Well, never mind that. The important thing is you're back. There's so many things I want to show you. I made a whole new menu. I've been getting along better with the Wind Clan fairies. I'm even hanging out with humans. Been busy, but I'm having so much fun. Hey, Mike, sorry for making you worry. Still, just think you might be trying a few too many things at once. You're the kind of fairy who concentrates best when you're on your own, so I think you'll be better off sticking to one thing at a time. You think? Well, maybe you're right, but one's not enough anymore. After all the amazing things you taught me, Da Vinci. Da Vinci, everything else just pales in comparison. Sheesh. How can I scold you after a compliment like that? Sorry, but I need to stop by the kitchen and taste test his new recipes. I just hope he hasn't used any overly strange seasonings this time. By all means, take your time. We'll be resting up in the back. Nice to see Da Vinci's got a new friend. Well, more of an apprentice, really. She actually got to know him really well while she was wandering out on her own. It at least means we can come and go as we please. That does make it perfect for having secret meetings here in this quiet little back table. Oberon? Yeah, I got something serious to discuss. I know you all kept quiet about this after we left the Welsh Woods, and I appreciate your consideration, but time is not on our side. Woodward's army still has Londinium surrounded. If we're going to defeat them... Yeah. I'm going to need a katana. Mind making one, Murasa? What? I'm a grown man. I can't keep fighting with a tree branch forever, and your katana is so cool. You think it'd be okay if I wore one on my waist, too? Are you nuts? You don't carry katanas for looks. And besides, isn't iron dangerous for fairies? Don't worry, it'd just be for show. I'd never actually use something that dangerous. That's worse, you dumbass. I'm not gonna help you be a damn samurai cosplayer. The most you're gonna get out of me is a bamboo sword. Oh, Oberon. Yeah, it's good to see Oberon feeling better, isn't it, Master? Yes, it is. It sounds like a joke, but he really is serious about the katana idea. How could you do this to me, Muramasa? You're even stingier than I thought. Did you forget you only beat our guest with my help? That's got nothing to do with this. I can't give you a katana when you don't even know how to use one. I gotta admit, you were pretty good in that fight, though. When you said you weren't much good in a fight, were you just being modest? Well, yes and no. I don't like pain, and my abilities make me much better serving at a support role. That is true. His kit was very clearly support-oriented, since his first skill gave everyone an NP damage up boost, and his second one was a 50% battery. So, yeah. Given the 50% battery is what makes Scotty and Koyanskaya amazing, I have no doubt he'll be a great supporter as well. Plus, I didn't really want to draw attention away from the Child of Prophecy. If she thought her companions were more capable than she was, Castoria would have slunk all the way back to Tinshell long ago. So I decided to avoid the limelight until she started feeling more confident. Good point. I probably would have just gone back to Tinshell if he said, "See? At any rate, that was my one foray into combat. I wasn't really myself back there. A foreign mage is supposed to guide the Child of Prophecy, not me. I'm not going to overstep my bounds. From here on, this battle is for you two to fight. Besides, now the Welsh force has been burned down, my part in all this is probably just about over." We're on it. Does that mean you're dying right now? Hey guys, Mike just told me some big news. Oh, it's all long faces. Do you hear about from a patron or something? Oh no, we haven't heard anything. What's this about, Da Vinci? Well, some of the refugees from Norwich who escaped to Salisbury head off to Londinium to join the Round Table Army. Ah, is this because we defeated Gawain? Yep, apparently news of her defeats has already made its way across Britain. I have an idea about who might have gone around spreading the rumor, but never mind that now. Well, Oberon has been helping spread our news as necessary. Reputation is really huge to getting support right now. And the important thing is people are really starting to put their faith in the Child of Prophecy now. The enemy thinks the Round Table Army is just going to stay holed up in Londinium, but if we can muster enough fighters to go on the offensive, we can defeat Woodwose before the Queen sends reinforcements. Exactly. Though only if we keep getting more fighters from across the country. And if we're going to make that happen, we have only one option. Can you do this for us, Oberon? Of course. Besides, you guys have already met the criteria Aurora let out. All that's left now is for her to uphold her end of the deal. So let's get you your reward for saving Norwich. I'm gonna grab a sip of my drink before I continue. Looks like we're gonna have another fight on our hands. Ah, delicious. As per usual, I have a bottle of proper water with me. I'm trying to drink more water in general and a bit less soda. It's not any health requirement or anything, I'm just trying to, stay healthy in general. And for the record, don't worry that my stamina's running out. I have more than enough golden apples, and I don't go very hard on the lottos, so I'm fine spending them here. And here we go. That's right, she promised we could ring the bell if we saved Norwich, which we did. That was great. Aurora didn't have any problem with letting us ring the bell. I was just reciting poetry. When I heard the bell ring all the way outside town, it was crisp and clear as a crunchy carrot. Still, I can't but wonder how Lady Aurora will be able to keep her position after this. Apparently, she plans to tell the Queen we broke in and rang it while she was away. We'll have to trust her diplomatic skills will be enough to carry her through such an obvious lie. Hopefully she'll roll a natural 20 on her diplomacy check. Still, even if the Queen does start treating her as an enemy, as long as we can maintain plausible deniability until we defeat Woodrow's army, we can send the Round Table Army troops to Salisbury to help her in case the Queen and army shows up. Great point. Besides, Castoria's rung 2 bells now. Even I can tell that her aura is incredible. Everything from her strength, power, destructive force has increased 1,000,000,000 times over. Just so you know, I'm the strongest fairy ever now. Not even Barghest stood a chance against me. Oh man, I can't believe I actually said that. You think? I don't remember saying anything like that, but you really think so? What do you think? You think I could take Baggy one-on-one? Not likely. You're probably just a bit stronger than Tristan now, but Barghest is tough even without her gifted name. She still has at least 10 times the strength and skill you do, so taking her alone would be, well, self-destructive. Right, of course, not like I was any better than trash to start with. That's not true. Besides, you really have gotten stronger. He's right, your magic circuits, alright, for fairies, they're fey markings, aren't they? Anyways, no matter what you call them, you clearly have more of them now. Magic circuits are basically blood vessels, but for magic. It's a way you cast. I guess the best way to put it would be like the chakra body stuff in Naruto, for anyone more familiar with that franchise. Think of it like that. For example, both humans and fairies alike are born with a set number of nerves. But in your case, instead of getting stronger through training like most people, you get stronger because of increasing the number of nerves you have. It's completely unprecedented. It makes you very special. That said, it also raises other questions. I've heard there are 2 kinds of fairies here. The kind whose appearance never changes, and the kind whose appearance changes at every stage of their life. By this point, I'm pretty sure the latter type. But there aren't many past examples of a fairy's abilities growing quite this much. Though there have, of course, been cases where a loss of purpose or shine has led to a fairy losing magical energy. How do you feel about these developments, Castoria? I wish I knew the answer to that myself. Well, maybe it's just because I'm a child of prophecy. I need some sort of edge if I'm really gonna fulfill my calling. Haha. Well, that does make sense. If a mediocre fairy like you is gonna defeat a genius like Morrigan, you pretty much have to cheat to stand a chance. What about you, Oberon? How good a fighter are you, anyway? I didn't have a chance to see in the forest. Why don't you show me what you can really do? I already said I'm not going to fight anymore, remember? Besides, who would I even fight? Alright, Mermasa, you're with me. Gareth, you're here. Redra, you're with me too. Da Vinci, you're also. And Master, of course, you're with me too. Whoever teams, let's go, Oberon. I'm gonna kick your scrawny ass up and down this field. Oh, fine. Then you'll take my side, right, Master? I guess so. Alright, so against all this, we have an archer we're gonna need. I guess it gave up and decided, yeah, just berserker it. Yeah, that's a bit of everything. We're definitely going to want, Wait, wasn't Oberon an archer? Also, hello, Infinity. Welcome to stream. Well, actually, he's Buster, so... Well, no, I can keep my Castoria here. But, yeah. Where's Tomovich? Where's Vich? Here she is. And, of course, my own Berserker as backup, and... I guess Sherlock can handle everything if he needs to. Good night. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Sherlock is a soloist, so I might want something else here. Faithful Companions is fine, yes. Not ideal, but it'll work in this particular case. Interesting. We've had Oberon for 2 missions, but he has changed his class. No server in the entire game... Well, Jekyll and Hyde can do it, but they're kind of an exception. Oberon, brace yourself. I'll protect everyone. I'm gonna do it. Oopsie. Well, I suppose this is acceptable. She also has an NP I can use after all. And of course, using AoE NPs will make this significantly easier. Actually, no, if I'm gonna do that, first activate this. Then use Innovator Bunny, because that will reduce his cooldown by 2 turns. Excellent. Special attack, all lawful. Most of these are lawful, so it should be fine. Attack buffs and increased sleep. Gotta be peaceful even in a fight.
新山幽谷経典同地改ざん名刀天神地これと列挙天揺らす宇都の鳴き声矢をよろずの乗りとなる
僕にできることなんてこの程度さ。同心の君、夏の夜の後、恋は触らず懐かしむ。来来に
望まれるもちろん
気が引けるけどね。
あれはいつか見た終わりの星。どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ幕を開けてアランド・カリバーン。ここで
それでは
まっすぐやっいいでしょう。
Alright, this should take these out and leave just Murmas in the other one.
眠りは避けられないものだ。夜の光、朝のひばり、誰だって夢くらいは見る。どんなものでもね。光る。
That's all 3 of them. All that's left is Murmas and Da Vinci, I think. Yep.
キラキラしてる。
Ugh, fine. Well, Oberon's in the wrong here. What's this effect he's got on? Increases critical hit rate at the end of each turn. Oh my, that's gonna be a little dangerous, isn't it?
負けないぞ。
ちょっとかわいそうかな。
That was odd. Hold on, let me go back here. This is gonna be a little annoying. Well, the nice thing is that unlike Arcanite's, FGO does actually have mid-battle saves, so you're not automatically marked as failing a mission if the device crashes or whatever.
Alright, もちろん。
いいでしょう。
いいとも。
Alright, here we are.
えい。
動かない
こっちこっち。
いくよ。
The hell of their fairies.
白兵戦いきます。滅びるが良い。キュート。
This is gonna be a little tricky, but I think I can get it done. Keyword being think.
というわけで南のお昼休みしちゃえ。
Good morning
猫様。
食べ放題
Excellent. Miramasa was the one I was most worried about.
いくよ。せーの。芸術とはこのさ。
あくまで華麗に
負けないぞ。
ぴょんぴょん人間の火力ではどうあっても私には及
Battle
びません。
finish.
おとなしく我が
Balance
社に入
servants.
りいいね我が軍門に下りなさい
Salisbury's bell has been rung. Now, I cannot yet declare this publicly, but as the head of the Wind Clan, I've accepted the Child Prophecy as the rightful savior of Britain. Once she has rung all 6 bells, the Wind Clan shall make our objections known to the Queen. Unfortunately, this also means the horrors of war will one day reach Salisbury as well. Will you accept my decision, even should it bring trouble to our doorstep? Of course, Lady Aurora. You needn't even ask. We cannot trust Queen Morgan with Fairy Britain. We have all been eagerly awaiting this day for a long time now. I would expect no less from the guards of Salisbury. Your loyalty pleases me. Child of Prophecy has returned to Londinium. Her battle with the Wood Woes will begin shortly. Things will start to change very quickly all across the land once she has rung Oxford's bell as well. Be sure to set your formation so that you're ready to deploy at a moment's notice. Excuse me, Lady Coral? Our formation's already set. We can leave for Londinium at any time. Shouldn't we help them fight Wood Woes to show how strong Salisbury truly is? Watch your tongue. That is not your choice to make. Listen closely. The Fang Clan have long been the proud guardians of Britain. The Wind Clan will never do battle with them. Our enemies are Morgan the Witch, the Earth Clan, for the transgression they've committed, and the Queen supporters in Camelot who gorge themselves on peace. And the humans of the Anti-Fairy organization don't know their place. Lady Aurora will not lead us into battle until Camelot is well and truly on the back foot. I will not tolerate carelessly putting our fair city in danger. Salisbury will remain neutral until the time is right. Forget about the humans of Londinium. So... is it so Salisbury won't be punished if the Child of Prophecy happen to lose? That's what I said. I trust there is no objection. Understood. We will not open Salisbury's gates to anyone, even refugees of Londinium. Really, I don't see the harm in that, Coral. Lady Aurora? Maybe dangerous to take in soldiers in the Round Table Army, yes, but civilians who took no part in the battle will be refugees. It would be improper for me as head of his clan to simply turn aside people with nowhere else to go. Besides, if we were to simply leave the weak to their fates, on what grounds could we object to Morgan's rule? Oh, but if we take in refugees, we'll have to fight the Queen before the Child of Prophecy can complete the pilgrimage. It's okay, Coral, it will not be a problem. You saw a story for yourself, correct? She's strong enough now to keep Londinium safe. Plus, she has Oberon and the Master with her as well. That said, if the Round Table Army would fall in spite of that, the time for us to remain on the sidelines will have ended. For we are honor-bound to protect the lives of any fairies and humans who come from Londinium seeking refuge. Wow, it's generous of you, Lady Aurora. You refuse to put us in danger by helping Aurora, but you're still willing to help its people, even though they tried so pointlessly to assert their independence. You truly are the perfect queen, lady. You can bridge the gap between fairies and humans. We of the Liberation Army vow to keep you and your city safe, even should it cost us our lives. What are these inferior creatures saying? There's no plausible way you could protect Salisbury or Lady Aurora by yourselves. It's no use, you humans are worthless. All I can do now is hope the Child of Prophecy succeeds. Hope she can ring all the bells before the time comes to face the Queen. Yes, servant. Ooh, Castoria is now level 100 now that she's rung 2 bells. That's wonderful. Of course, I have my own. She's not level 100, but still pretty good. Yeah, this is just a regular 3-turn farm, it looks like, so... Arash wave 1, Tamacat waves 2 and 3. Oh, whoops, I used that a little early. Well, no matter. As long as I clear the final wave just fine, it doesn't matter.
Good morning.
Patrol unit captain. They're getting good use out of that sprite, I see. Ah yes, I can cleanse it with a round Caliburn. I could just deal with her being stunned for a turn, but I'd rather not. I'd rather just cleanse it. She already overgauged it after all.
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドスカイバーン。
もろいもろい。
I won't let you get through. Leveling. Yeah, I couldn't even get past our defenses. And I've got myself a Brave Chain. And why not, just to guarantee his death. There we are.
おかわりはいお名前をくれてやる鐘の音が聞こえる
I can't believe so much change in the 2 days we were away. Is it just me, or are there way more people here now than before? It's not just you, there's been people pouring in from the east and south gates since the morning. And it's all because you guys beat a Tamlin, and I couldn't believe the news when I heard it either. I'm glad you're all back safe and sound. I was worried you wouldn't make it, but still, it's good you're here. You're all well. Thanks for coming to greet us. Is this commotion because... That's right, they're all from Norwich. Some want to join our army, others just want to live here. Even though it's only about half of everyone who showed up, there's still so many we had of the rest stay at Norwich for the time being. That's right, I managed to sneak some inside Londinium under the cover of night yesterday, but that's not gonna work again. Now that Woodwoe is sending out patrols, the rest will have to come once the battle's over, alright? Pepe, you're here too? Of course, hon. Almost time for the final battle, isn't it? So I thought, why just sit around Norwich waiting for a report when I could see the action for myself? Alright, thanks for everything, Count. Oh, no, you shouldn't go thanking me just yet. I have my own goals after all, I'm really just using as bait here. Once the fighting begins in earnest, you're staying in Londinium once the fight until it's over, right? If Beryl knows where his target is, he's bound to show up sooner or later. For some reason, I can just tell when and where he's about to strike. He loves going after his victims when their guard is down, right after they've won a hard battle. So you're both cut from the same dirty cloth, huh? Well, as long as this gets him out of our hair, you won't hear me complaining. But don't go taking any serious risks, alright? If you die now, we're gonna have to go through this rigmarole of unifying Norwich again. Oh my, you're worried about me, Mermasi? That makes coming to Britain all the more worthwhile. Don't be an idiot, since I'm the Child of Prophecy's bodyguard, I'd rather be dealing with you than Spriggan. Sure thing, hun, whatever you say. Alright, since I'm technically affiliated with Chaldea, maybe it's time I got down to business. First of all, Castoria, Master, and Da Vinci. Would you come to the war with me? I have a proposal for what comes after the prophecy. After the prophecy? Alright, let me get right to the point. This Lostbelt is not like the others. It's not going to go away, even after the Tree of Emptiness is destroyed. It was never part of human history long enough to be pruned away in the first place. Rather, this world is just as strong as proper human history. A new one, not an empty one. Ironic that fantastical creatures like fairies became their own human history, isn't it? So you're saying this place isn't a Lostbelt or a lost world, but a lost world, huh? Britain's Tree of Emptiness may have burned down the attack of Olympus, but it had long since stopped functioning. I think this Lost Belt escaped the Tree of Emptiness's cosmic fantasy about 2019 years ago. First year of the era of the High Queen, when Morgan began ruling Britain. It's not the Tree of Emptiness keeping this Lost Belt going, it's Morgan herself. That also means once we defeat her, it will go back to the way it was. That should mean it'll eventually be pruned away like the others. That's true, at least for Britain, but not its residents. In the other Lost Belts, the fate of the people who lived were inextricably tied to their surroundings. But that is not the case for this Lost Belt. If nothing else, we can be sure the fairies who were born during the era of the High Queen will not disappear even if they leave the Lost Belt. In that sense, really, since the world's just as strong... It makes sense, really, since the world's just strong. That's the difference I'm trying to point out. So you're saying they can actually immigrate to our world. That's right, humans who are made, well, born in the land of the Fae can only live here, but if they wanted to, the fairies of this land could immigrate to proper human history. Now, do you get it? There's a possible future where you all live together in peace and harmony. So, what's that all mean, Da Vinci? It means that even if defeating Morgan results in this Lost Belt disappearing, you could still survive to come with us to the outside world, at least once we figure out how to get past the Wall of Light. Yep, you could either disappear with this place, or start a new life in proper human history. The choice is yours. In fact, you could abandon this whole Child of Prophecy thing and just leave right now if you want. There's a whole other life waiting for you on Chaldea's storm border if you so want it. Kind of amazed you said that, Pepe, especially with Percival standing right there. Oh, I wouldn't have said it at all if Percival hadn't been there. I've already told him about proper human history, Lost Belts, Chaldea, all that. That's why I just told you and Castoria about this as well. I wanted to get this all out in the open so there'd be no hard feelings. Pretty fair of me, right? How do you feel about this, Percival? Well, I don't know nearly as much as the rest of you, so this may be pretty simplistic, but if she wants to stop, that's entirely her choice. Really, even though you went through all the trouble creating the Round Table Army? Really, I chose to build the Round Table Army entirely on my own. Nobody forced me to do it, and I don't intend to force anyone to join. And besides, I don't really deserve the commander, not for some of the things I've done. So believe me when I say you don't need to give up. You don't need to give up. Say you don't need to give up what you want for us. Besides, we now know we can still help the fairies Britain escape to the outside world even without defeating the Queen. It isn't just knowing there's an option to step forward for Fairy Britain. Well, yeah, I guess so. It isn't just knowing that option to step forward. But I don't think that's good enough. Morgan would never sit back and let everyone walk away. If we're really going to save the fairies, there's no getting around the fact we'll have to defeat Morgan Le Fay. Where'd the Le Fay part come from? I'm pretty sure it means the fairy in the Legend of King Arthur. The Fey part has changed over to Fey in modern-day English, although I haven't seen a single other fairy call Morgan that since I've been here. I see, so you still want to defeat Queen Morgan, just like the prophecy said, huh, Castoria? Looks like I'm with you to the bitter end. If, as a cryptor, I'm gonna settle things with Beryl, then I guess, as the Master's nosy senpai, I have a right to interfere with your affairs as well. Alright, that's enough serious talk for now, and while I trust this goes without saying for the record, if Castoria plans to continue her path, we'd best keep this conversation between ourselves. It wouldn't be good for morale if the rebels found out they could just, escape the world itself, Yeah, they could start abandoning a bit early. Okay, let's discuss matters as they stand. We may have more soldiers to work with, thanks to the volunteers from Norwich, but we can't deploy them right away. They will likely need more training, and it will take time to establish lines of communication and integrate them to our existing forces. Well, sure, it'd be foolhardy to send over 100 new troops to combat without practical training. So does that mean we're going to focus on defense while we train new troops, instead of making a surprise attack on Woodrow's army? That would be the safest option if we had time to take it. Once the Queen sends Woodrow's reinforcements, it'll be more difficult to hold London's defense. So instead, we're going to pretend to focus on defense, while a small squad of armies from my company, along with Aloy and Kenwood's platoons, take a day to sneak behind the enemy's forces. Once they're ready, I'll send out my company along with the volunteer soldiers to pad their numbers. Then while the enemies focus on Londinium, our units will ambush Woodrow's himself and take him out. Once their clan head has fallen, the other fairies should lose their sense of purpose. It's one of the weaknesses associated with clan-affiliated fairies. I'm not a huge fan of the strategy, but exploiting that weakness is our best move. Then does that mean we're going to settle this tomorrow night? That's right. Our assault will set up Londinium before dawn. As for all of you, I'd like you to stay here and protect the castle walls just in case. What if we went with you? I appreciate the offer, but you see, we'll be marching upstream through the river. Since none of you are used to traversing that kind of terrain, I'm worried you'd exhaust yourselves before we reach our destination. Alright, you got it. Think we can be of help defending Londinium. You obviously know what you're doing when it comes to skirmishing on level ground, so just leave things here to us and focus on winning your fight. I will. Thank you, Lady Da Vinci. I swear on the Sacred Spear I won't come back without defeating Woodrow's. Meow, wah. Dun, dun, where is Oberon? Surprised? Maybe I have one with perpetual princely smile plastered on his face, but even I fly in a rage, we burn down my domain. Uh-oh. Oberon doesn't play fair. The trap you play in the woods will make a mess of Barghest's shin. Why are you sitting on desk with a quill pen? Oh, it's you, Master. I'm just writing my diary. I have an atrocious memory, so I always write the day's events as entertainingly as possible. What about you? Why'd you come to the war room when no one else was around? Did you feel guilty about the festivities going on that you thought you'd escape up here? You can tell. You're worried about MASH, right? I get it. It's easy not to think about her during a battle, but at a time like this you can't help it. I know I keep saying this, but you will see each other again, I guarantee it. I can't tell you where she is or how she's doing. I can tell you she's with someone trustworthy. Her Experia from Proper Human History, who we both met before. All you have to do... So she knows something. Is her predecessor the one... The Tototrot? The one who told her about this. This would explain why she's so dedicated to helping MASH out of absolutely nowhere, because this is her destiny. That's the quickest way to be reunited. I thought Morgan had taken MASH prisoner. Looks like no one else is listening right now, so I can tell you this much. Yeah, Morgan teleported MASH. She sent her somewhere not even Morgan herself can sit. Or even Morgan herself can touch her. Morgan can't actually capture anyone. All she ever does is send them somewhere else. Ah, Fate. Fate Zero, and damn, that first episode was a long one. Also, hi. Hello, Athean. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, I'm playing the mobile game right now, which is basically a crossover of all of them. So they do reference Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, and Fate Apocrypha, all the good stuff. But of course, it's a franchise that is also well known for its very complicated way of running things. Hope you're a fan of Destiny or Drakengard or something else famous for being complex, if you want to get into a franchise like this. Right now, well, we need to defeat... Right now, we're trying to save Fairy Britain from Morgan Le Fay. But that's nothing else like you need to worry about. All you guys have to do is defeat her. As for me, all I care about is my bride. I'm helping you all as part of helping her. After all, you can't have a happy bride without a handsome groom as well, right? But can't have you dying on me for both my and Mash's sakes. Because my dream is to see off 100 happy brides. In that case, what number is Mash? Mash makes 1. I don't know about Habitrop and Popular in history, but my dream started with Mash. If you know any servants who are worried about planning their wedding, you'd be doing them a favor by introducing me to them. I can tailor any dress, no matter how impossible it may seem. Man, woman, human, monster, wherever they are. If they dream of being a bride, I'll be there to help. I'm trying to make Habitrot sound elderly, since that's what the fairy she's based off of is supposed to be. Londonian boy. Look, there she is. Hey, you. It's a really energetic fairy. Talking to me? Don't you know, do you not know my name's Gareth? Gareth, oh, what a name. It's nice and short, but it's also courageous sounding. Thanks, it's actually a name I'm just going by. Nobody actually gave it to me. Anyway, you're probably here to say Castoria, right? Must have been hard for a kid to break through the throng of soldiers surrounding her in the town square earlier, huh? Wait here, I can go get her. Nah, I don't want to see her. The Child of Prophecy already has Percival and all the grown-ups. We just want to talk with you. Me, but why? Just come with me, okay? Everyone's waiting for you. Wait, don't tug on my sleeve. I'll go with you, okay? She's here. Sam brought the charging lady back with him. So many human kids. They must have come here seeking refuge. This is the Castle Smithy, right? Yeah, we're helping Granny because there aren't enough grown-ups to go around. Hey, Nan, I brought her. Come do the thing. Oh, yes, I know. Would you mind coming here, young lady? The children asked me to make you a set of armor. I tried to tell them no, but they weren't having it. Armor for me, huh? Ah, is this a mithril shield? Not even the Queen's Knights get to use these. What do you think? I can't accept something so valuable. You should be giving this to Castoria. Someone as worthless as me doesn't deserve... Worthless? Well, that's not nice. You don't believe these children, what these children saw in you? They were all abandoned by Norwich, but they scraped together everything they had to buy the materials for me to make this one for you. They know you're not Percival or the Child of Prophecy. They were entranced by the sight of your tiny form fighting valiantly on the battlefield. Well, do you still insist you're worthless? I don't even know what kind of fairy I am. I'm just a weird stray. So what? What does that matter? Fairies are fairies, right? Who cares how you're born and what your role is supposed to be? Protected Londinium for us. The first time you came here, you stood up for Yuri when she was crying because she had tripped and spilled the fruit in her basket. You saved Samaria when she went out to look for food and almost got captured by Woodrow's soldiers. Humans who were changed to be kids like us have no way of helping out in battle. And we have only around 6 months to live. Nobody ever protected us, but you didn't care about any of that. You still... That's odd. I guess if it crashes again, I'll just end the stream, but that's really weird. It's been going on a weird amount. Strange. I've been doing this, I've been streaming this storyline for a while and haven't had one crash to, a desktop or whatever. I'm not sure what it's called with a tablet here. Well, if anyone asks, I'm using a modded tablet with a mirror program on my computer. Alright. Luckily, it does remember that I was in the middle of a cutscene, so I'm in good shape now. That's annoying. That's why I wanted to thank you. Go on, Samaria. Here you go, Miss Knight. Thank you for saving us all those times. You're always charging headlong in danger. We were worried about you this whole time. I asked Nan to make you this armor, so we get hurt anymore. Oh, right, it's a female one. Blacksmith. Whoops. You want me to wear this so I don't get hurt, even though I'm covered in bruises. You see, the children don't care about what kind of fairy you are. I wasn't much use of anymore in Norwich, so I ended up here looking for a place to die. But once I had something to do again, it was like I never left the forge. I used to think our purpose was something we were born with. The truth is, having people depend on you or helping around can help you become a new person, the person you need to be. There you are, Gareth. Shall we get started with your training? Today, I want to work on polishing your charge attack, the speed that goes with it. You got good instincts. You should be able to tell what your opponent's gonna do before. Is something wrong, Gareth? You don't look happy. Oh no, I'm fine. It's nothing. That's right, it was nothing. What I wanted wasn't to save Britain or anything as grand as that. It was nothing, the kind of ordinary thing anyone could do. I see, so those are tears of happiness. I'm glad you found people you care about and who care about you. Oh, we give your training a pass then, this is an important day. No way, I'm gonna train twice as hard now. I still have a lot of fighting to do, I'm a Knight of Londinium after all. Ah, Knight of Londinium, huh? What a thing to say. You never fail to surprise. Don't laugh at me just because you're stronger than I am. It's rude. I'm serious about this. Alright, I'm sorry. I guess you wouldn't know about this. See, the Light of Londinium was actually a very specific person back in the Fae era. He was a human king known as the Last Knight who fought the fairy clans and won, and he was Ace the Savior's lover. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I guess I'm the most being rude. Hey, there's nothing wrong with the Knight of Londinium. It's a lot better than Round Table Army. As for what it's worth, I think it suits you better too. After all, you truly are trying to protect Londinium. I didn't say anything back then because I could tell it wasn't a good time, but you never did tell Castoria and the Master what happened when you fought Lancelot in the Welsh woods, did you? Back then... Yeah, what was it that he didn't want to tell us exactly? I can read her next move, but I'm too slow to guard against it. She's just too fast for human eyes to follow. Huh, I'm surprised your arm is still too attached. Still attached. You've grown, if even a little. It does not matter, though. You can never hope to catch up to me. My physical capabilities, my magical energy levels, my time. I surpass you in every way. So come on, give up already. I guess that's too much to ask, though. You could never listen even when you were a child. There's no point in me saying this, but I will say it anyway. Do not use that spear, Percival. It is too much for a human to handle. It's just a hunch, but... Do you happen to know Lancelot from somewhere, Percival? Yes, Lancelot and I were actually students at the same place. We trained together for a few years, but that's all. I'm sorry for making you worry over nothing. Now I'm just Percival, commander of the Round Table Army. Lancelot and I are enemies now. We have nothing to say with each other, and no intention of holding back. Don't worry, the next time we fight, I'll beat her. Especially since I'm sure you and all the others will help me, too. We heard all about what you did in Norwich. Not even Morgan could feed a moor the size of a castle. Thank you, but I can't take all the credit for that. We'd never done it without the foreign mage, the Knights of Sheffield, and everyone who helped us. The last battle we fought was incredible. My body felt light as a feather, but my sword hit harder than ever. Magecraft like yours, Lady Castoria. We have nothing to fear from a coward like Woodwoes. Thank you, but I'm afraid my magecraft doesn't last long, so don't get too far from us. And if you ever start to feel tired, please retreat immediately. Tell us what happened in Gloucester, or Child of Prophecy. Is it true you gave Tristan both a verbal beatdown and a physical one? She's killed countless fairies for absolutely no reason. Nobody's been able to stand up to her since she's the queen's daughter. Every fairy in Britain's been waiting for her to finally get what's coming to her. Now that you've beaten Barghest, I hope you can defeat that horrible fairy knight as well. Yes, if I get the chance, I certainly will. Besides, I need to face all the Tamlin knights sooner or later. So when the time comes to fight Queen Morgan's daughter, I'm sure she faces justice for everything she's done. Oh, that sounds amazing. Can't wait. You really are the undefeated king, savior of the battlefield. Three cheers for the Child of Prophecy, for Lady Artoria. The fact they're all so nice makes this twice as tiring as usual. I haven't had to do this stuff since Tintagel. I'd forgotten how hard it is. I hope I did okay. I hope they didn't realize I actually have no idea what I'm doing. Don't worry, none of them had a clue. That was some great acting. Guess I should have known the Child of Prophecy would know how to work a crowd. Is that how you handled them back in your hometown too? I wouldn't say that. Yikes, you must have it even worse than I thought. Usually you're biting my head off for that remark. What's even going on? Something got you down, so down you can't even snap at me? Now you're being all considerate, Murmasa? Feels even worse than you're teasing. That's so. Well, don't let me interrupt your pity party. Clearly no reason to worry about you. I'm sorry, I was just kidding, honestly. I know you really are concerned about me. I'm sorry for making you worry, but I really do appreciate it. Nah, what I'm really worried about is the battle tomorrow. How are we supposed to win if our leader's staring her feet all glum instead of watching the enemy? Oh, I see. That's too bad. But really, you don't have to worry about me. I'm just a little tired from the fighting we've been doing recently. Plus, the Round Table Army are just a lot more excited about this than I am. They'll have their own important reasons for being here. Some want to fight for fairy and human freedom, some want revenge on the Queen, some want a better tomorrow. Those are all great reasons, but they're so serious it's hard for me to keep up. I mean, I'm only here because I'm the Child of Prophecy after all. Sure, I like to fight and I'm good at it, but it's embarrassing to put on such a high pedestal. You're good at it? Alright, when she went into this... Oh, water there. Nonsense, no one who actually likes fighting would have wanted something like that. Even the Master wanting a holy grail is a damn sight better than that. You saw what it was I wanted? Of all things you could have desired, that was what you wanted. So what if you're the Child of Prophecy? If you want to act how everyone expects, fine, but if no one's gonna say this, I will. Historia, you're not cut out for fighting. Well, of course not. She's the most powerful arts supporter in the entire game. She's a support class. Oh, but if I quit, I'd be letting everyone down, right? So it's okay, I'll be fine. I know I'm in over my head, I still have no confidence in my abilities to actually pull this off, but I'm sure I can at least figure out how to ring the bells of pilgrimage. So I'm gonna keep doing my best to be a good Child Prophecy. Hmm. Okay, that takes care of my report to the border. What are you doing up this late, Master? Everyone besides the lookout is sleeping now. I was just about to turn in too. If you're having trouble sleeping, you want to talk about whatever's on your mind? I was just thinking about what Count Pepperon told us last night. Oh, that. I guess this was bound to come up eventually. When Pepperoncino said that humans born here can only live here, can only lie here, I think this is what he really meant. Humans were made in Fairy Britain, can't survive outside of it. You've seen a lot of different sides of the land of the Fae right now. One of them is these prisons they call human ranches. You do know what's really going on in those places, right? They're factories where humans are made somehow, right? Right. That large facility Castoria told us not to look at was a human manufacturing plant. At first I thought they were just being made like homunculi. I've realized, as I've been studying the humans here, that isn't quite the case. Every human here is a clone, made from rearranging the DNA of one human. Even though they started out with only one human for the base material, they were able to come up with hundreds of millions of variants over repeated rearrangements and duplications, even though variations to rival the sheer variety of people found in human history. The difference is humans made here can't reproduce, and their lifespans are predetermined. I don't think that lifespan part was intentional. There's probably only so much their cells can take. When I first got to Salisbury, I remember finding it odd there weren't any elderly humans around. There were plenty of elderly fairies, sure, but not humans. Well, that alone isn't enough to say they can't survive, right? True, the real proof rests in the era the original human was born. The era of the High Queen, Morgan's reign, began after the Tree of Emptiness died. When she took over Britain, it became a lost world instead of a lost belt, a whole other chronicle theoretical phenomenon, basically. That means anything born in this era could theoretically survive in human history too, a proper history too, but fair Britain was a lost belt supported by a Tree of Emptiness, subject to the pruning theoretical phenomenon. Anything born in a lost belt can't survive outside of it. Yeah, as a recap, the way basically the lost belts are alternate timelines that were pruned for not having a proper, for stagnating or otherwise not being able to progress any further than they did. And there aren't still alternate timelines in the general sense, but there's not enough energy within existence to sustain them all. Hence, pruning anything that doesn't have any further progression. Of course, being able to cross that boundary into a higher level phenomenon, like being inscribed in the Throne of Heroes, that would let them survive in proper human history as well. But obviously, that's not the kind of thing just anyone can do. The Throne of Heroes is basically a database outside of time and space, which these servants are summoned from. This is just speculation on my part, but I'd guess Britain didn't originally have humans at all. Now they've been essentially created here, the fairies and humans have pretty much switched roles. Here, fairies are real, and humans are the fantastical made-up creatures. That's why humans from Fairy Britain cannot live in the reality-based human history. Whatever feelings you have about humans treated here are yours. You can want to change things or want to give up, but you shouldn't impress your own morality upon them. Even if their lives seem like a fleeting illusion to outsiders, it's still very real to them. As for age limits, well, Every life form has to come to an end someday. It's kind of sad these people won't get more time, sure, but that's all it is, sad. There's nothing you need to grieve over. It's an important thing in everyone's life is where the important thing in everyone's life is where they're trying to go and how far they manage to get. And I don't mean in literal physical distance, I mean a big picture reason to exist as well. The kind of ultimate destination point that says, this is the kind of species we were. Honestly, I'm not sure I fully grasp what you said. Oh, of course, I'm a peerless genius, created by a peerless genius, you know? Yeah, technically, this little girl Da Vinci was a creation of the actual Leonardo da Vinci, who chose to give themselves the body of Mona Lisa. Yeah, I said this franchise loves to make itself complicated. Anyway, I'm more worried about the opposite situation. Humans from Fairy Britain might not be able to leave, but the fairies could if they wanted to. Just like how Morgan said she was going to expand her territory, there could be fairies here who want to come over to proper human. And if one of them should be evil enough to be considered an evil of humanity, that could be what leads to the collapse. Right, here, take another look at this mural. Remember what it was called, the Abyssal Worm. In general, legends like these have been passed down in Fairy Britain are prophecies made by the Mirror Clan. This should be able to give a much better look at the whole thing. And rest assured, my avatar here is not blocking anything. And I want to do that because take note of that that creature at the bottom. In general, legends like these are passed down in Fairy Britain are prophecies made by the Mirror Clan. So there's a very good chance this mural is based on one of those very prophecies. One where the 6 clans gathered around to worship an enormous beast in a land with no gods. I didn't say anything when we first found this mural because there are so many other people around. But look at these markings underneath it. The fairies here probably don't know what it says because it's not written in the fairy language. But these are probably hieroglyphics that predate even the Hebrew writing system. I'm guessing these were either written here about 14,000 years ago during one of the proper human history's ancient civilization eras, or someone used them deliberately and more recently to pass on a message that would only be understood in the future, and only by humans at that. Ah, so Da Vinci thinks this may be an Assassin's Creed thing where a message was left behind in the past, but specifically for us here in the future to pick up. Are you able to read them, Da Vinci? Of course, they form a single word. Cernus. It's the name of an ancient Celtic god, a proof that gods did once exist in the land of the Fae here. Looks like we're going to have a meanwhile with Morgan and company. Very interesting. The Tamlin have arrived. Tamlin Lancelot, Lady Barguest, me, Tamlin Gawain. As of this moment, both have returned from the missions in the Welsh Woods. Tamlin, make your reports to Her Majesty. Alright, I'm gonna grab a sip of my drink before we continue here. I'm definitely gonna have to buy more water because I've got a new VN I'll be doing sooner or later. I don't know if it's going to be right away, but it will be at some point in the future. I don't want to make promises because I like to just stream whatever I'm in the mood for. That way I don't feel a force of obligation. Although granted, I guess I do still try to bring some stuff to the end, even if I'm not too enthused, but I have abandoned a couple because I just wasn't having any fun, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, in the general sense, I have some more VNs we'll get to enjoy, so hopefully that'll be fun. Tell me all. I will only have the unabridged truth. Yes, High Queen, I cleansed the forest of Wales as you commanded. During the mission, I fought the Child of Prophecy, the Foreign Mage, and the traitorous Oberon. In doing so, I lost the name you gifted to me, and I return to you now simply as Barguest. Haha, this is hilarious, how the mighty Sir Gawain has fallen. You know, running back here with the tail between your legs is kind of charming, at least for a dog, Duchess. So, this is the second time you let the Child of Prophecy get away from you. Nothing to say for yourself? Mother may be kind and understanding, but even she has her limits. We completed the mission you gave us, Your Majesty. The forest has been cleansed. Barguest stopped fighting simply because she no longer needed to. Tamlin Gawain suffered no defeat, unlike you, Tristan. Was that a shot at me, Lancelot? You're so lousy at it, I'm honestly not sure. And lose a freaking mask already. Why should I listen to you talking back to me if you don't even have the guts to show your face? I was only stating a fact. Whoa, Lady Lancelot just showed her face. She usually only does that during ceremonies. What an incredible stroke of luck. The long silvery hair, golden eyes shine like crystals. She truly is one of a kind dragon fairy. Do not worry about me, Lancelot. This has nothing to do with you. I wasn't trying to help you. I just took it off because it was in the way. So what, you're on Team Loser 2, Lancelot? I can't believe you didn't even try to defend yourself. Something happened to Lancelot. She's usually so unflappable. Your Majesty, I cannot deny that I was defeated. I betrayed your name and trust in me and besmirched the name of all Tamlin. I'll accept whatever punishment you judge fitting. Indeed, it's unthinkable that a Tamlin would be defeated by the Child of Prophecy. You are therefore commanded to remain on your own lands and reflect on your failure. You have worked tirelessly to keep peace and order in Fairy Britain the past 2 centuries. Now is the time for you to rest. So the Black Dog Duchess is being regulated to Manchester. She's no longer going to be in the front line. Now's our chance to find the most promising upcoming knight in our ranks and have them bestowed with a Tamlin's gifted name in her place. Idiots, there's not another fairy in Britain who could possibly take her place. Still, are you sure it's a good idea to take her leave, Mother? Shouldn't she be out backing up Woodwoes? Can I please say something, Your Majesty? I believe Bargas should atone for his sins on the battlefield. Previously reports rebel forces in Londinium are continuing to grow in number. The Fang clan alone may not be enough. We should send Bargas and have her defeat the Child of Prophecy once for all. You are, I assume, joking, yes? Do you truly believe mere humans capable of defeating Woodwoes? But Lord Woodwoe is over 1,000 years old. Surely he can't be in any shape to... Absurd. Ignorance truly would seem to be bliss. I've already sent reinforcements to Oxford. They should rendezvous with Woodforce's forces tomorrow. Together they'll be more than enough to raise Londinium. Vargas will not be needed. See, now I understand, Your Majesty. An excellent decision as always. Vargas, where is the Knight Portune? He's yet to report to me. Did he somehow perish in battle? Portune hasn't returned? What could have happened to him after I last saw him? Knight Portune and I went our separate ways after the forest was cleansed. He did not tell me where he was going. I see, if you do not know where he is either, he must have fallen to the foreign mage or encountered a group of Moors. Regardless, the cessation of his reports must mean that he has died. Fairies have declined so deplorably, even those who have survived the war against the Moors. Very well, leave me now, officers. I can stomach your incompetence no longer. Yes, High Queen, I'm sorry we couldn't be more useful. Your Majesty, wait, may I speak? So you're willing to risk your life to do so? You're still earnest to a fault, I see. Very well, I know what you have to say will be nonsense, but say it anyway. Thank you, Your High Queen. What I wish to say is I cannot believe the foreign mage truly means to destroy Britain. He worked with the Child of Prophecy to repel the calamity of Norwich, accept your invitation to Camelot, and even went out of his way to try and protect the Welsh woods. Humor or not, he's far more trustworthy than Knockanaria, who only seeks to disturb Britain's peace. Vargas. The great calamity will be upon us soon. Surely we can use all the help we can get. If the foreign mage is not our enemy, his knowledge could be an asset. Please, let me try and negotiate with proper human history. The Child of Prophecy may be a traitor, but the foreign mage could actually be an ally. No, I'll hear no more of your nonsense, Barguest. Under no circumstances will I cooperate with proper human history, regardless of the perils we may face. As you fear, every fairy alive now will likely die in the great calamity, but as long as Britain remains intact, and me with it, nothing else matters. Our High Queen's resolve is incredible. Wait, did she really say we're all gonna die? Camelot will be safe, right? Of course it will. Why would she want to rule a Britain with no subjects? The High Queen's still a fairy at heart. Without us, there'd be no point in protecting the land. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she intends to just flip you all the bird while he survives the calamity. You heard Mother Barguest. Get it through that boulder atop your shoulders, would you? If I said it once, said 1,000 times, Mother couldn't care less about fairies. Ah, looks on those officers' faces was priceless. I can only imagine how much fun it'll be to see them in pain once the show really begins. She's serious. The High Queen truly has no intention of saving any of her subjects' lives. I appreciate that Morgan is at least open and honest about her intentions. Gotcha, so that's a scoop with the High Queen's reinforcements. I have nothing more to say, I'll just keep an eye on things and play it by ear. The next entree is the Master. I don't care about the battle between Woodwoe's and our table army. Whoa, are you kidding me? Pepe's in Londinium too? Damn, that was close. I would have blundered right into the minefield if you hadn't warned me. Thanks for telling me this, I owe you one. Don't worry, I'll keep my distance from Londinium. There'll be plenty of other chances in the future. Honey, I'm home. Oh, that was so good. You should have seen Barga shaking her boots. And I'll never guess what awesomely horrible thing, Mother. Hey, was someone just here? Well, hello, Lady Spinel. I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Man, that infinity mirror of Morgan's something else. Hell, it's practically magic. Proper human history never had such a quick and easy method of import transportation. Also, this means someone's leaking information to Beryl. This is very bad, because I'd rather him die sooner rather than later. So Pepe being able to kill him when he tries to assassinate the protagonist would have been a very convenient way to end him, but someone is betraying us, but who? And even if there was one, only a witch who's way behind the times would be able to use it. That alone makes it worthy of respect. Those fairies have no idea what makes Morgan truly scary. Deep down, they didn't dismiss her as an insolent upstart of a fairy who can't even make sacraments without using magecraft. If you ask me, it's the other way around. She's a scary, powerful fairy who supplements her already insane fairy powers with even crazier magic. She's got a teleportation spell that's practically a dimensional connector by linking a base mirror with a bunch of sub-mirrors. She's got 12 lances that shine to the end of the world and around Camelot's main gate. She's got a huge bounded field covering all of Britain. She's got a garden where she sealed Merlin. And on top of all that, she can even perform ray shifts without commons. Not even Chaldea could ever pull that off. I never would have guessed she's been whisking calamities off to ancient times to contain their damage into the past. Seriously, she's got this completely covered. Having Tamlin around on top of all that is just overkill. Right, I just knew you'd understand, Beryl. Seriously, why does she keep 3 Tamlin when she could easily make do with just me? I keep telling her I should be the only special one. I'm her one and only daughter, after all. But she hardly even talks to me. Oh, don't worry about it. Morgan's just bashful, that's all. You turned out to be exactly the sort of delicate princess she'd hoped to raise. You can tell she cares about you, right? Why do you think she'd let you hang on to one of the Infinity Mirror's sub-mirrors? It's so that she can always call you back to her at a moment's notice, no matter where you are or what's happening. If that isn't doting on you, I don't know what is. It's way more love than any parent shows their kid in proper human history. Really, some mother does love me? I really am fit to be a daughter? Of course, from where I stand, it's disgustingly obvious how much she cares. She just wants you to be free. Who cares what those dumb fairies say about you? You should just cut loose and do whatever you like, princess. Of course I will. There's nothing more I love more than hearing fairies scream in pain. I only came to see Woodward's battlefield to see a mountain of their corpses piled high. I just wish my noble phantasm could target more than one fairy at a time. I truly do envy that about Barghest. Maybe I should ask Mother to give hers to me. Oh right, Gawain can't use it anymore, huh? I guess I should be more concerned with the Child of Prophecy. It's hard to believe she actually beat Barghest. Is the Master of Chaldea truly strong enough to defeat a Tamlin? Good question, now that he's made it this far. I guess I owe him a fair shake. Whatever his skills are as a mage, he's gotta be one of the best masters out there. Really, when you think about it, he's got an absolute shit ton of experience. You don't beat Wodime by accident. So the fact he pulled that off means he's gotta be a better master than me. And to be that good of a master, he must have some serious bonds with his servants. On the battlefield, a master and servant fight like they're one mind and one body. It was the strength of those bonds which let him defeat Barghest. Mind and bodies, they never deceive each other or betray. Your Master 2 Beryl, do you have a servant of your own? Who knows? Maybe I still haven't formed a contract yet. Seriously? Come on, Red Beryl. I know you like slacking off, but this is ridiculous. Still, this must be fate. Totally fate. Hey, Beryl, do you think I could be your servant? Do you think I could find a partner in my dreams, even if I'm just a fairy that everyone hates? Sure, I bet a fairy could become a servant. Maybe I'll even form a contract with you myself if I feel like it. But right now, I want to talk about tomorrow's death match. Now that I've got nothing to do in Londinium, I got some extra time on my hands, so I could use your help laying the groundwork for what comes next. I'm definitely most interested in exactly what's coming. I'm definitely most interested in finding out who is leaking our information to the enemy and why. It seems like it's obviously going to be someone who actually has a portrait, someone actually plot relevant. But it's hard to guess at a glance because absolutely every member of our team gets a huge benefit from Castoria, well, succeeding in her mission. So why would they help Morgan? Up to 4 servants can arrive. That's a saber, so I can't use them. We'll just go Berserker. And another Berserker for combat. His strength up should be good. Alright, this should be sufficient. Alright, let's get to the combat then. Looks like it's the night of the big battle. We have to win tonight or else the reinforcements will arrive shortly. Oh no, they are. Wow, seeing all these soldiers eating together in a town square like this really drives home the idea they're about to go into battle. And you're here too? How come? I thought we weren't going to be fighting just yet. We're not, we just didn't think it'd be right to be the only ones relaxing in the war room. Want some of this bread with jam? Haba meow, it's really sweet. No thanks. Looks like it'd give me heartburn. Anyways, aren't we missing someone? Hey, Miramasa. You look like you're about to nod off. Before that, can you tell me what happened to Oberon? Oberon? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen him for a while now. Thought that might be because I was holed up in the forge all night working on something a little out of my wheelhouse. Ain't exactly the first time he's just flown up on his own, though. Not a whole lot of women in Londinium, you know. No, man, it's probably off in Salisbury making the moves on Aurora or something. I wish I could say he'd never do that since he's not a lowlife like you, but... close but no cigar, Mormasa. Coral's more my type. Oh, there you are, Oberon. How's it going? Good morning, Oberon. Good morning, Gareth. My, you and Habitrot are like big rays of pure sunshine. I hope you don't grow up to be a couple of gossipy grown-ups like some others I could name. Alright, sorry about that, but don't try and play innocent either. It's okay when I play the field. Nobody would even know who I am if it weren't for romantic comedy. My whole job is selling dreams to people who love stories. Wouldn't you agree, Master? Okay. I guess that's true. I guess Oberon could be the one doing it, but at the same time, he was the one who gave us the information to face Morgan to begin with. I don't think it's Muramasa because he's on the foreign god's side, and it's within their best interest to see this Lostbelt obliterated. It's obviously not Da Vinci since they're on our side. It's not Castorius, and she doesn't know what's going on at all. It's almost midday now, only half a day to go until the fighting starts. Yep, Percy's gang should be making their way out to the river now. With any luck, the soldier we place around the ramparts make it look like we're entirely committed to defense. Will be enough to keep Woodwose from realizing they sent out too many soldiers for us to be able to the Londinium where he to attack now. Let's just hope the army-level staring contest lasts till evening. Woodwose is the head of the Fang clan, which I'm told means he's very cautious. But now I'm sure he must know the Norvishian refugees came here from Salisbury, as well as the volunteer soldiers came directly from Norwich bolstering our ranks. So barring some exceptional circumstances, it's unlikely he'd try to make a move on London with his current army. Emergency, the enemy's on the attack. Woodwose's main force is heading our way right now. What in the world could they be thinking? They must know there's a way they could take it. Guess we found those exceptional circumstances. We know we can't stay holed up any longer. They must know. There's no way they could take down Lentinium with only 2 companies. Can't stay holed up any longer. We'll head over the field to meet them. Our archers almost ran out of arrows yesterday. They won't be able to maintain fire for an hour now. Aurelia, have your platoons charge straight. Land in your platoon right out of the east gate and hurry. Count, do you think you can command the volunteer soldiers from Norwich? Leave it to me, hun. I'll send them out from the west gate and have them flank Woodwose's forces. I don't think they'll be very effective, but they should take some pressure off the other 2 platoons. As long as Aurelia and Landis troops buy some time. That'll give Percival's squad time to sneak up behind Woodwose. That's right, if Woodwose is attacking because he's getting antsy for victory, we'll just have to keep him from scratching that itch. If they make it through the main gate, we lose. If we can keep them out of the castle, we win. Alright, I need you back up. No, on second thought, I'd like you to defend Londinium with our primary fighters. Will do. Hold down the fort while we're gone, Oberon. Sadly, the reinforcements have already come, so I'm pretty confident it's going to be impossible for Percival to win. Wait, is this just a regular 3-turn farming node? That is actually a little bit of a letdown, but oh well. Well, not sort of. The last wave could be a boss of sorts, so... Alright, let's do it this way. All the
こう
buffs.
いうこともできる。
デリカット。
なんだと？
というわけで皆の
That should take out all of them.
Good morning.
Right, I might have to stall for a turn here.
やり負けない
命
ぞ
令とは
ここで危ないぞ
Uh-huh. Not ideal.
白兵戦行きますよっと負けないぞ
Well, next turn I should get the, free, AoE there. Thanks, Triumph.
白兵戦
Charisma Hope. There we go. That's what I was waiting on. She's lost a lot of her buffs, though, so this is going to be a little annoying, but I think you would think we should be able to handle this. Alright. She's not going to be able to NP the third wave, but that's fine. I should be able to just use her basic attack cards.
昼休み7時来る
Her face cards.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's just one enemy, Dantar, the Knight.
これにしようかな。
もちろんにゃんにゃにゃんよっと突破しますおかわり
Oh yeah, her basic attacks are cleaning him out. Melodic Spirit Summoning.
危ないぞ危ないぞ
Oh. You dick.
とにゃんにゃにゃん負けないぞ味の
Break bar active. Requiem. Arouse. Excellent, the buffs are back up. Actually, if I do it this way, I can have,
望まれることは望まれたように
Alright, this should cleave up the entire group.
あれはいつ
First
か見た
around
終わりの
Caliburn
星
to buff
どれ
everyone,
ほど遠く汚れても私は
and also
星を
give us some
探すのです
defenses.
さあ幕を開けてアランドカリバー
Then this NP should absolutely obliterate all of it.
というわけで皆のお昼休みして
Oh yeah, that took him out.
Good morning.
8,000, holy crap. Well, I guess I have invested quite a bit
凍
into...
てつき
Of course, her damage isn't going to disappoint.
諦めることは許さんぞ。
There we are. Enemy class unknown. Our forces are in position to the front of Londinium, sir. The Round Table army is sending out platoons of 200 soldiers north, east, and west gates, and appears to be gearing up to attack from 3 directions. Understood. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders, at least for a human. Tell me, human, what do you make of the situation? They seem like they're about to fight a quick skirmish and run back in the castle again, like they've been. No, sir, I can't explain it very well, but they seem more serious this time. I don't think they plan to retreat at all. Feels like they're hellbent to holding you here no matter what. Ah. Exactly, they're clearly just stalling for time. Percival's nowhere to be seen, right? I know all about his pathetic plan to get the drop on me with a separate squad. I'd do the same in his position, but he's a day too late, at least. I can just imagine the look on his face at seeing the empty remains of our old camp where he thought our forces would be stationed. And that's not all. Even if he attempts to hurry back, he'll run straight into the Queen's reinforcements. Even if he manages to temporarily give them the slip, he'll only have to sandwich between them and my own forces. He has no chance of making it back to Londinium, and with him gone, the Round Table army is no more than a glass bauble waiting to be smashed. Now rally our soldiers, forget about the riffraff from the west gate. Apart from the main gate, the ramparts should be thinly guarded now. Have our nimblest scouts sneak in wherever they can. Tell the soldiers to show Londinium habits no mercy. Man, woman, child, no difference. Anyone who would spurn Her Majesty's protection after she kept Britain safe for 2,000 years is no more than a common criminal. Kill them all, don't let a single resident escape with their lives. Battlefield's too big for my enchantments to reach everyone. The troops over there might as well be sitting ducks. Crap, Landon's platoon's fighting off a second wave, and they've got siege troop mixed in with them. Historia can't take care of them without leaving her current position. Masa, master. Alright, we're on it. Okay, I'll be back as soon as I cut that thing down to size. You come too, Abatrot. We need all the help we can get right now. This really isn't my thing, but alright. I guess I can kick some ass and still keep the master safe. Obviously, I should bring my own Castoria, since we're not allowed our own. And of course, a Tammo no Mae should help. I guess I could bring Tomovich as well in case we need her. Don't need MP strength. This is gonna be a better one here. Whatever this is, I hope it's weak to an alter ego, because this is a pain. Obviously, we know Habitrot's not the betrayer. But I don't even know how we can lower the besieged soldier. Oh right, those are knight classes. Alter egos deal reduced damage to knight. They don't take more damage from them, however, which is very important to note. Half. Astoria has a good damage buff, right? No, she does not. Oh dear. Alright, let's see how this goes. I want to defeat these guys with just basic attacks, but I might need to... Oh yeah, I could have used Tombos to increase his damage further, but I don't think it would have been enough to take those guys. Class disadvantage is very frustrating. Tammo tank. Tammo tank. Wasn't expecting that, but I guess I should have, now that I think about it.
清め様。
やることは変わらねえよ。櫛灘姫を髪に刺し、
大結界ご所望でございます。
折れんなよ。先に行く。
ご所望でございます。
神髄解明完成に収束誕生技法
Origin
展
takes
開
threshold.
これが俺の鈴狩村正だ。
Yeah, that's
この世
painful.
にはびこるジャ
Probably should have brought plug suit or something, just to swap out.
全開でご奉仕いたします。世界ここに転換。
Rising strength, oh dear.
今なら恵みとなら妹よ。
望まれるこ
折れん
とを
なよ。
望まれたように。
Here we are.
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンド
神髄解明完成に収束誕生技法臨界これが俺の
Removed the attack buffs. Wonderful.
豊足なら
調子は悪くね
And of course, Eightfold Blessing will be good here.
ご所望でございます。
Alright, there we are. Reduce cooldown stuff should bring Tomo's skills back
解明
back online.
完成に収束誕生技法臨界これが俺の鈴狩村正だ。
この世にはびこるジャみそぎ払うは我が雫石。私全開でご奉仕いたします。世界ここに転換。
Yep, her skills are all back online. The Brave Chain from Muramasa should finish it, guaranteed. I don't need to worry about defense because it's not going to live to use that charged ability. Oh dear. I was not expecting the pilots to come out and attack me. Alright, well, unfortunately for you guys, you have absolutely no way to survive this.
神髄解明完成に収束誕生技法臨界これが俺の鈴狩村正だ。
敗者であれば私のもの。さてどう料理してあげましょうか。
That thing really didn't look like it belonged here. Did Coin Sky sell it to them? I swear, is there anyone that damn fox won't sell to? Never mind that now, Marmasa. We've got 3 more headed this way. Damn, we'll never be able to defend the East Gate against all of them. They just keep coming. Some of the Fang Clan soldiers already made their way past the gates into the castle. Too easy. You humans are nothing without your poisoned weapons. Saboteurs, find a way to remove the rampart's magical energy barriers. There must be a control board around here somewhere. Terran human tries to interfere limb with limb, they all much longer don't live anyway. Ah, perfect. There's a human who should be willing to talk. You there, boy. Where's your commander? Tell us what you know. We'll make your death quick and painless. Eh. Oh man, they're headed this way. What do I do? What do I do? I have to find a way to get rid of them before they find the others. Never mind. You're shaking so much you can't get a word out. This is a waste of time. I'm amazed effective one like you survived outside the ranch. So while you're scurrying about finally led you to this rat hole of a city. How revolting. Even in the last moments of your miserable life, you can't help but make trouble for us. Get out of here, face bastard. Sink into the pit and don't you dare come crawling out of it ever again. Miss Gareth, whoa, that's amazing. Really? Does this armor and shield you gave me all look good then? You bet it does, but already amazing regardless. Those are the Queen's own knights and you just sent him flying like he was nothing. Right, now hurry up and hide with the others. I'll take care of the soldiers that make their way here. Okay, we're counting you, Sir Knight. Thank you so much for saving me. That's right, this is war. Death is an unavoidable part of war. But the ones doing the dying should be the soldiers, not unarmed children. If there aren't any true knights left in Britain, then I'll have to fill that role myself. Now come, you cowards. You're not laying a finger on London's people as long as I'm around. Saber. Is that one or many? Fine, we shall go 1 support, 2 DPS for this. Alright. If I truly can't figure out if the enemy's AoE or not, I'll have to figure it out myself. I'll simply make sure it doesn't matter, I mean.
まだまだ未熟者ですが頑張ります。
投薬します。
そうしたいの？
そこ。
そうしたいの？
注入します。痛くはありませんよ。清潔に。そこ。
This is not going well.
いいわ。
注入します。痛くはありませんよ。どうぞ。
こっちよ。
どうぞ。
Are you kidding me? Okay, they're just doing a ton of attack buffs. Okay, that doesn't matter too much then.
そうしたいの？
痛くは注入します。
Alright, that should take out that one, then the rest.
清潔に。そこ。そうですか。
Come on, at least hit. Yeah, there we are.
痛く投薬します。
This needs to kill, or else we're gonna be in a world of hurt.
どうぞ。
こっちよ。
Alright, it worked. This should be fine.
高らかになれ。
I should save this for Chloe. I don't think she actually is going to need help for her NP to clear this crowd, so we'll just use her basic buffs. I think he would think this should still kill.
負傷。地上の害。すべてを許さん。参り。フルマウントパーティー。
Yep, it worked. Never underestimate the ×2. The ×2 for class advantage. Really. Alright. Well, whatever.
こうしてほしいんでしょう。とっておき。
痛くはありません。
そうしたいの？山を抜き、なお落ちることなきその両翼。着薬
生活にそうですか。
白兵戦行きます。そんなに見たいの？
ベルトリートアンスル残念十分。治療を再開いたしましょう。
とっておき。
痛くはありません。
There we are. Might as well overkill this guy just to humiliate him.
なお落ちることなきその両翼。着薬
There we are.
治療終了。
Crap, our backs are to the moat. The Round Table Army soldiers are doing their best, but there's nothing more we can do. We're outmatched and outnumbered. We have to retreat to Lindinium. We can't if we fall back now. The castle's as good as theirs. Once Percival gets back, he'll have to lead the Round Table Army to siege against their own castle. He'd have to lead the Round Table against siege against their own castle. Besides, Woodwell doesn't take any prisoners. If he makes it inside, there won't be anyone left to protect. Yeah, right, we'll just have to fight the last. Oh man, I can't believe it. How many times am I gonna have to do this sort of thing? Try to stay calm, Castoria. You stay calm. I'm supposed to stay calm under these conditions. I mean, how much fighting have you done if this doesn't phase you? That's not normal, you know? Oh, look at Woodward's smirking over there, standing in the middle of his troops. He's pissing me off. He'd better hope I don't throw a bomb at him. I can totally reach him here, you know? You can hit Woodward's from here. That's right, I can. He's so confident he's come to confront himself. Wait, does that mean those troops heading towards aren't actually Woodward's main force? That's right, it's Percival. His company made it. Woodward's plans to sandwich Percival between the reinforcements and his army, but what he doesn't realize is he's also sandwiching Percival's army and our army. He had a clever trick, but unfortunately he failed to realize that he was in a pretty shitty position himself. Yeah, we're gonna go 2 DPS, 1 2 support for this. A little crude, but hey, it gets the job done, and that's what matters. Might as well have a Zerker ready in case all else fails. Ah, that's it, that's it. Don't leave a single one of them alive. The so-called army is nothing without Percival. They're no more than rabble. The Child of Prophecy must be hiding in the castle, trembling about now. At last, I can finally make up for my mistake at Tintagel and put that accursed village behind me. Hey, you there. Has been any word from the soldiers stuck in the castle ahead of us yet? Not yet, sir. We believe they're still busy looking for the Child of Prophecy. Lord Woodward, may I ask you something? You said the Child of Prophecy was an evil-looking fairy girl at 16, right? Is there anything else you can tell about her? No, I don't know what she looks like. I wasn't allowed to attend her audience with the Queen, after all. I see. Well, about Tintagel, did you see her there? No, I didn't. I never even got a look as she fled. No matter. I'll find out once the castle's ours. Now, don't let up until the Round Table Army is completely... Wait, what are those footsteps? They sound like they're coming from behind us. Queen's reinforcements? No, they can't be. This frivolous, insignificant thumping and boost can only be... Lord Woodwoes! Percival's forces are attacking us from behind. No, they're practically on top of us. We don't have time to regroup. I don't understand. You said we wouldn't have to worry about attack from the rear. What? Are you telling me they already defeated the Queen's reinforcements? No, that can't be. That's just not possible. All I can tell you is they're definitely here and they're completely unharmed. But our soldiers are exhausted from throwing themselves at the ramparts. We're outmatched now. If we don't do something, they'll have us surrounded. What are your orders? We need you to lead us. Surrounded. They have us surrounded, and I want me to wade in the fray myself. Oh well, Landon, have your troops move around the enemy's right flank by Londinium. Squad 2, make your way to Londinium as well. Keep attacking the right flank on your way. Squad 1 will attack the enemy's main force and take out the commander together before they can rebuild. The Child of Prophecy will definitely take advantage of this opportunity. Now with me, we'll end this fight with Woodrow's army once and for all. Yeah, we're with you, Commander. It's Percival, he made it. Looks like we don't gotta worry about the ramparts anymore. Now I can just focus on the Woodrow's army. You hear what he said, Castoria? I heard he wants us to come out and fight. Are you all ready? You know it, the Fang clan's a formidable bunch. We can't pass up this chance to rein them in. Come on, we're going in for the kill.
それじゃ気持ちよく暴れましょうか。そうしたいの？
投薬します。
こっちよ。
清潔に。
こっちよ。
Damage is a little low. This should at least get her to the yeah, this should get her to her NP.
どうぞ。投薬。どうぞ。今、メッキングで差し上げる。
And took one out. Wow, they really don't like her, apparently. Well, that is fine. Ooh, and I can get Chloe's NP as well. Sounds good to me. Oh, wow. That's another one down. Charisma of Hope.
痛くは投薬します。清潔に。そこ。ベリー、高らかになれ。
それでは、
Alright, this NP should clean these guys out.
疾病、負傷、地上の害、すべてを許さず。マイク、明るめに、フルマークパーティー。
There you go. Now, is the last one going to be Woodrow's himself or another group? Just another group. How disappointing.
そんなに見たいの？問題ありません。慣れておりますので。
Well then, time for the triple crane wings.
山を抜き、陸へ、なお落ちることなきその両翼、着翼三連。こっちよ。
Oh dang, that's a lot of crit damage. Oh, and to think I even forgot the arts buff from Castoria here. Let's fix that then, shall we?
見せてあげるわ。望まれるはありません。望まれたように。山を抜き、陸へ、なお落ちることなきその両翼、着翼三連。もうやられちゃったの？早すぎ。次はもっと頑張りなさいな。
Being Londinium. Start the quest. Caster. Looks like we're up against another one of these random knights then. It's over, Woodrow's. We've got you completely surrounded. This can't be happening. How'd you get so fast, Percival? How would you shake the High Queen's reinforcements? Did you help from the King clan? Reinforcements? I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about. Figured out our plan of attack from behind your lines and tried to capture Londinium before we could act. You nearly succeeded, but luckily the others managed to hold out long enough for us to make it. That's all there is. Now please surrender, Woodwoes. If you surrender, I promise to be treated well as a prisoner of war. We have no wish to spill blood unnecessarily. Our only enemy is the Queen. Impossible. You say you never even saw the High Queen's reinforcements? I mean, that would explain how you got here so fast, but... No, that can't be. That would mean the High Queen's forsaken me. She would never do that. That does it. To hell with propriety. How dare you mock the High Queen's trust in me? That was not a transformation I was expecting. Very well, humans. You want to fight me? So be it. I Woodwoe is the head of the Fang Clan. Shall kill you all with my bare hands. Looks like you got wolf hands and not bear hands, but... I don't actually have that many good riders that are for that. Rider Kentoki's probably my strongest one, so let's go with that. And he needs a quick up since I don't have any other source of that. No, it's the one that's actually leveled I'm looking for. Here it is. Caster might be kind of risky, but her support's good enough, I think it's worth it. Alright, here we go. Last battle against Woodwoes. Can we defeat him? I certainly plan to, at the very least. And I've got 3 command seals that say, I will win. Duke of... That's a long... A-Ray, 100 Species, Grand Duke of Waste Heat. That's quite a title. Alright, Kentoki. Let's do this. A-Ray pressure, terror. That's interesting. He had a defense against noble phantasms. Loyalty to the Queen. Increased crit rate and HP at the end and grant immunity charm. Immunity poison burn. Alright, we're gonna go with a round Caliburn to cure everyone of the negative status and also give an attack buff. Overgauge. Star Lung. Increase break gauge. Oh, you bitch! Gain resistance to NP attacks. That's... Alright, Kentoki. You'll just have to break another one. We got crits, so you should theoretically be able to make it work. Oh wow, that was a really big defense against them. Silvery Mane and Charm. That's fine. Percival can't NP, so he's...
ですか。
Not the most ideal use of it, but this is gonna have to do.
扱ってあげましょう。お参りしていきます。好き放題扱ってあげましょう。
風になるぜ。オーケー、振り落とされんなよ。
あくまで華麗に。
Here we go. It's not gonna do much, but it's more quick ups and we need to deal with crits. Well, an assassin is weak to casters. 30,000, holy crap. Alright, this should be fine.
せーの。芸術とは輝くものさ。せーの。いくよ。
Fang's lineage. 24k damage, holy shit! Well, we survived the timer, that's good. Just as I expected. Dust piled to the peak of the mountain will still never be more than dust. Wars are fought between fairies with true power. Soldiers only exist in Her Majesty's Fairy Britain to give otherwise useless fairies something to do. You pissants could never hope to kill someone like me, no matter how many of you there are. Now then, staying in this form uses a lot of energy, and it's that maybe peckish. Forgive me, my table manners are lacking. Nobody else can move, I have to do something. I'm definitely going to get another earful about this later. Inhale, exhale. Oh ho! He really does have the power of a king. He embodies the beauty of the wild itself. Truth be told, we humans should never have challenged him in the first place. I've come too far to let in here. Hear me, sacred spear, and pass judgment on mine actions. I'll exhale. Ah. Oh, Spear of Selection. Grant me power
私に
once
力を
more.
ぜい
Say. Wow, what a letdown that spear was. Of course I know of that spear's power. Aurora told me all about it. Personally, I wish you'd used it during the Robin Redbreast tournament so I could have seen Lancelot begging for mercy. Speak of that tournament, did you know how I gave it its name? I named it after the toy bird who dreamed of defeating a dragon. Seemed unlikely to happen now, though. Wait. You know that was too easy. Ah. What is it, Gareth? Did an arrow hit you? Let me see. It's not that. I don't see a single arrow. Something's obviously not right. Hang in there. It's deep breaths. Regia, Oberon, you're both alive. Goodness. What am I saying? This is obviously another vision. Come, Gareth, think. What can you do to stop everyone from getting killed? Gareth, what are you talking? Ah, it's Gareth's vision of the future. I've got it. Ridger, I need your help. You've been jealous of Percival the way he fights his fairy steed, right? Well, now's your chance to be country to my Percival. What? I'm definitely gonna get another earful about this later. It's starting to play out. Stop, I know you're about to do something cool, but hang on a second. It's me and me. Red drop bit? Why'd one of the servants I gave to Aurora dare to defy me? Unless it couldn't be. Don't tell me you of all fairies chose to side with the child of prophecy. Ah. You fool, not even iron weapons could defeat me. I'm simply far too strong for the likes of... Ow, that actually hurt? Now, Percival. Got it, thank you, Gareth. Hear me, Sacred Spear, and let my friend's bravery please give me the strength. I see, whatever he was doing before to no-sell it before, he was prepared, but he's not anymore.
私に力を
With his defenses down. Ah, what is this? Chills, dizziness? How insolent, using the Spear of Selection? You would pass judge on my clan with your filthy voice of paradise? Now's our chance, we have to get him. Right, we can't waste this opportunity Gareth gave us. Let's go, everyone. I do technically have an arts, but I'm not sure how well he's going to work. I suppose it won't hurt to try Ryoma, even though he's not maxed out. Actually, no, it might be good to stick with Kentoki, even with the, less than ideal options here. Where is it? You know what, we can bring Ryoma as a backup then. If all else fails, Ryoma will finish the job. But I'm pretty sure Kentoki will do it. He's never let me down since he's joined. And the fact he's on my account probably tells you just how long I've been around. Percival's now authorized to use his Noble Phantasm. However, I'll not be requiring his services quite yet. Let's go. There we go. He's still taking reduced damage, which is mildly frustrating, but... that's fine. Here we are.
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドクリバー
Debuff removed. Or is that not enough? Fine then, I'll just keep going. If just being you once won't work, I'll do it again and again, as many times as it takes. Oh boy. Yeah, the Noble Phantasm's nothing, but the crits are certainly doing a lot. Oh, thanks for the follow, Masked Justin. I stream just about anything here, so feel free to stop by anytime something catches your eye. Oh, nice to meet you too. Not sure how much Ryoma can help, but I guess it's probably worth a try. Thanks. Just remember, or if any of Nintendo's ninjas are around, I am a legally distinct bay creature.
お嬢さんの真の力が目覚めたね。へいへい、ビビってんのかよ。
Guess I'd best do this.
運命やってやるぞ。
Alright, let's see how
それ
this
はいつか
goes.
来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドスカイバーン。
天坂矛に縫われし苦肉のオロチ。我なすことは我のみとし。天かける龍が如く。
So no, you didn't. Don't worry about it. It's not upsetting or anything. I mean, I would have, if it was a big deal, I would have not chosen this particular creature for an avatar. So don't worry. Right now, I'm mostly trying to win this fight, and it's not an easy one.
こいつは参ったねと。
Well, this isn't good. Oh, really? Well, I'm glad to hear it, and thanks for stopping by. I have a ton of these, but you know what? Let's have fun. Command spells. You know, I bet what I needed to do was I needed to use Percival's NP first. Unsheathing the sacred spear. You know what? Let's do it this way, just to bring full power. Have a good night. Then, Mask Justin. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Kirby Night Rose. As I was saying, if I'm ever streaming something that catches your eye, feel free to stop by anytime.
この槍が人に許されたものではないとしても、我が魂を込めて暗き世の東大とならん。
Removal. Ah. So yeah, I needed to use his first. That's why I struggled. Well, we're about to have some fun. Sadly, he's now MP sealed, it looks like. Bay body, burn, silvery maid. Cannot use Noble Phantasm anymore. Very unfortunate. Especially unfortunate since I'm gonna have to win this without it. Yeah, I should have just restarted the fight, honestly. Just now that I realized I needed to open with his. There's one person I could do this for. He's probably gonna take out Koyansky immediately since she's weak to him, but that is fine, I think.
扱ってあげましょう。
Oh damn it, I can't even select that. Even though if I select...
ために
Even though if I have around Caliburn first, that would cleanse him and he'd now be clear. But it's not letting me. That is really, really frustrating. Whatever.
たように
A Buster crit should absolutely obliterate this guy.
見てこの躍動天を揺るがすエンジン私守備に走りましたさあ支配してあげましょう
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカイバーン
Wow, look at that crit.
Okay, 振り落とされんなよ。Okay, で決めるぜ。
This should get him his NP back really quickly. Alright, this one should eliminate that break bar, and then two more. Those cards afterwards should help him recharge it. Yeah, look at that. You don't get so cocky, outsider. Oh, his charge meter's getting shorter. It's only 3 now, which means he'll use it the next turn. This might be the end for Castoria. I can at least make sure this break bar goes down.
Okay, 振り落とされん
やります
ベアナックルだ。
Alright, here we go.
そんじゃ、この分じゃ。ベアハウリング。ゴールデンドライ。スマッシュ。
Fey body, waste heat. Remove buff. That hurts. Buster Chain. I doubt he's gonna get any crits, but if he does, this should make it easier. Oh, yeah, that helped. Wow, he really hates Kentoki. Not that I can blame him. Wait, is that only two charges for his ultimate? Wow.
あいつ食べていいかへいへいビビってんのかよーい
いやいや、煽らないでね。宝具を抜くぜよ。
我は
そいつはねえ
Alright.
や。
This is the best I can do. Ryoma's not especially strong, but I think this might be enough to win.
これがわしの宝具。行くぜよ、おりょうさん。
ああ
玉かける。竜が如く。これでしまいじゃ。
はあ行くぞ
Well, I'd say I should have leveled his skills, but his skills aren't actually that strong because they're largely AoE.
さっさとかかってこーい
できれば逃げてくれると嬉しいけどね。
Gotta hope for the best.
やりますまとめてぶっ飛ばす突破しますもう一発
こ
He has, I forgot he has Invuln Pierce, but that doesn't matter. How many guts do you have, buddy? 1 left. Ah, and his Invuln Pierce is also gone. Alright, here we go. He can't, even if he had his Invuln Pierce, he cannot go through this NP's defenses.
私は星を探すのです。さあ、幕を開けて。アランドカリバーン
Debuffs removed.
天坂ここにぬわれし国津のオロチ。我なすことは我
He's hanging on by a thread. We just need to snip that thread.
今だと
And we got him.
今
We
回
got
は
him.
うまくいきました。
Gah! Impossible. Impossible. I'm the Grand Duke, ahead of a clan. I can't be defeated by humans. This will never stand. Never. He's getting away. He's headed for River of Tears. Damn, if we lose him now, we'll never get a chance. Someone go after him. It's no use. I can't even catch my breath. My demonic blood. The bleeding won't stop. I can't last much longer. Stay away. Stay away from me, lousy good-for-nothing. Where would you be if it weren't for me? Did you forget how I chose you? You were just another piece of human trash before I found you. I saw you had a talent for fighting. I recommended you. I know that. I wouldn't be here now if not for you, and I'm grateful to you for that. You saved my life, yes, but I still have to take yours. Forgive me, Duke of Oxford. Stop it. You can't kill me. You can't kill Britain. Without the Fang Clan, who will be left to protect it? Farewell, Father. I will pay for the sin in paradise one day, I promise. Phew. That's pretty rough. I'm also feeling really tired, so I guess I should probably call it for now. So I guess I should see if there's anyone available for raiding. Oh, Delver TV is doing Arknights. Alright, if you want to do some more mobile game stuff, stick around and give all of the love to Delver TV there. Next time I'm going to be doing a multiplayer stream with Jasper and Slade again, so hopefully it'll be interesting. I believe we're doing 7 Days to Die. So hopefully that'll be interesting. But for now, we're going to head on over to Delver TV's for some Arknights fun. So until next time, thank you for watching, hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later.